Good afternoon, everyone on the internet and off the internet. If you're watching this, that's pretty impressive because how do you watch things that are not on the internet? I don't know. This is the Geeky Gamer podcast featuring John, Bill, Ken, and Adrian. We do have a Patreon, Geeky Gamer podcast, and a Coffee with Dreadlore. All lowercase letters, Mr. Interrupt, help us with scoring our podcast, live play, role-playing game session, Couchfire Media does some art and some media, Trois Productions. They I don't know where they are. It's Wednesday. No, it's not. It's Thursday. Well, nobody told me it was Thursday. Why is it? What? I don't even know what's going on, but we're playing the linen tapestry, and I can spell Thursday. Legends of Venice, but I can't seem to do a lot with my brain today. It's exciting because John is the creator of the linen tapestry and the Legends of Venice, and he's going to take over while I try to figure out why they changed the day on me and how I exist in this moment. This is all very strange. And I don't know what to do.
Football is the reason why we changed.
Okay.
And then other things. But yeah. Anyway, yes, welcome to the second adventure in the Twin Vipers adventure. It's a three-part adventure based on the Legends of Venice settings. We've got, at the moment, four characters, four players. I'll let Ken and Adrian introduce themselves and go through those characters. Two of the characters that we have is Sketch's character, who's Nicolo, who's currently not involved in the story, but hopefully he'll be able to get involved when he returns. And then we have Bill, who's running a bit late. He is playing a noble by the name of Matteo. That's his name. Phew, I nearly forgot it for a second there. So Matteo, Pietro, who's Adrian's character, and Lord Daucus of Carrara have been requested by the Lady Agneta Vorsetta to carry out a bit of an investigation for her. But before we go any further, Ken, I'll let you introduce your character. Just a brief idea of what you remember, because I know it's been like a 2-week break. Over to you, Ken.
I'm playing a character, Daucus. This is Daucus, not Dorcas. It could be confused with Dorcas, but it is not Dorcas. Daucus Carrara, whose name it's basically a fancy name for carrot, if you speak Italian, who's loosely based off of the character from a Terry Pratchett novel. Anyway, he's kind of a brute, and he's like a soldier with a heart of gold, if that could be a thing. The nicest guy you'll ever meet, just all gooey on the inside and some pointy on the outside, but he would rather be your friend than get in a fight every day.
Nick, Pietro, over to you.
So my character is Pietro Candiano. I'm kind of a black sheep in my family that's a sort of a lesser noble family in Venice that's been on the decline, its power, wealth, influence for some time. I'm the sort of forgotten stepson in this family, not standing to inherit anything, and I'm kind of a little bit embittered by this because I believe that I am the smartest, most capable of men around me, and that I should be destined for greatness. So I'm looking for opportunities to somehow climb my way out of this lowly status.
Yeah, brilliant. So, recap. The last adventure was called The Biscoin Gets Bitten, is Bitten, and that's the whole war between Milan and the Viper of Milan called Duke Gian Galeazzo against Florence, Venice, Bologna. Despite winning every battle and approaching the gates of Florence, the Duke of Milan takes ill and dies. A complete mystery to the mundane world, but who are relieved that this tyrant is dead. But for the supernaturals, for the severed souls who know that the Duke is an immortal, they know he's going to come back. But more intriguing, no one knows how or who or what killed him in the first place. The characters started doing a bit of investigation to find out who might have a motive. And the general who had been effectively held to ransom to serve the Duke was considered. However, he's moved south and is possibly too far away, but if players want to go south to Naples, they can investigate and meet up with Barbiano. The second thing that they discovered was the whole general or an enemy of the land or someone who wants to sweep the peninsula with death and destruction in an act of conquest. It's happened before, where a mysterious illness, whether it's like a form of typhoid or some other poison, has struck down other severed souls. It's happened before, but no one's ever found out who or what is behind it, because it's always been the invader, it's always been the tyrant that's been killed. Maybe that's the reason why no one's investigated, or who knows. So in the middle of that investigation, they were asked by Lady Agneta Forsetta. Now, Agneta was the lady who originally asked the party, right at the beginning of the Biscoin is Bitten story, to help her. She'll send some of her men along with you guys to defend Bologna and form part of the White Company in exchange for a little investigation that she might need you to help her with. The war finished, years passed, she came back, and she has said that she needs people that she can trust but who are outsiders to her family to investigate. You get the impression that she couldn't trust any of the nobles because she doesn't know if there is a conspiracy, how far and how deep the conspiracy is. So she'd asked you to investigate the unusual travellings of the two sons of the current Lord of Padua, Francesco Novella da Carrara. She remains convinced that Francesco is a loyal subject of Venice, but his two sons, possibly black sheep of their own family, what they've been doing is they've been travelling east into the regions east of Treviso, that's for the live stream, and beyond the city of Udine to obtain materials for the defences of the cities. However, the preliminary investigations revealed that they've been taking more money out of the treasury than they have been spending on the materials, and it's been going on and on and on. So Agneta has asked you guys to head in to Treviso, keep low profile. She did offer to help create some fake identities. I think everyone declined, and everyone headed over to Treviso. When they got there, they were welcomed by her husband, who held a party in their honour. But everyone knows that they are three heroes of Florence. They fought against the Duke of Milan, and they won. And they came back, and now one of them is the Lord of Carrara, the other is a prominent member of the Candiano family, and one is the nephew of the wife of the Doge of Venice. 3 very important people. During the party, there was lots of talk, both from NPCs trying to get to know you guys, and then you guys trying to get information on the Carrara brothers, who were there at the party. And at the end, they spoke to Pietro. Pietro cast a spell to read the minds, and he read the minds of one of the brothers and rolled phenomenally well and picked up quite a lot of information. This information consisted of the image of a quarry master, the thought of a meeting that they were going to arrange or have arranged, and they're going to meet this quarry master to discuss certain things. Pietro, can you recall anything else from that spell? Did you make any notes?
I unfortunately did not make notes, which I should have done, I guess.
Okay.
I don't think that I can find here.
No worries. You got... I should have made notes as well, so apologies. But what we'll do is, I think we agreed it anyway. If there's any further role related to this topic, mind reading this person, you make a note that you've got a plus 15 for the next time. Okay.
Right.
How does this? Yep. But effectively, you know that these 2 brothers are heading to just outside Udine to meet with a quarry master. And I think the last snippet of information that you got from the brother is his older brother, who is more of a brute than he is. This brother believes that Marcelio has gone a little bit too far, and one of the thoughts is Uberino is not happy to be here, but Marcelio is kind of dragging him along. Okay.
One thing I remember, there was some glimmer about they were going to meet, like, I think it was the overlord or something like that.
There was reference to a previous... It was a memory that I thought of a memory that came to mind, and it was something to do with the brothers wanting to arrange a meeting with this person called the overlord. Well remembered. Fantastic. Stick one experience on your character sheet for that. That's a good point. Very good point. Okay, fight finished. It was the next day. Everyone got ready, dressed. In the courtyard, there is the caravan of empty carts with the 2 brothers and a group of about 5 of their personal guard. What you all noticed, which was unusual, is that the 2 brothers are the sons of the Lord of Padua. He is the highest authority in that city. Why has he not employed or sent personal royal guard to protect his sons? These guys that you can see, they are, the way that they dress, the way that they act, the way that they talk, they're more like hired thugs, or definitely mercenaries. Okay. The 2 brothers are getting their empty carts ready to head off into the east, outside of Treviso. You 3...
Yeah,
go ahead.
I'm gonna pull Pietro and Matteo aside and say, do we really need to follow these guys? I know they're up to no good. We got the paperwork saying they're up to no good. They're clearly up to no good. I feel like maybe we I don't know if we should try to stop them being up to no good with the amount of folks we have with us. It's just the 4 of us, I believe, or 5 of us, maybe 6 of us. I don't know exactly how many people we are, but this, you know, I feel like they're up to no good. I think we're pretty much handled with that concept, and we just need to go back and tell the lady Agita that they're up to no good. You know, clearly they're.
I mean, I'm not so sure about that. I just feel we know there seems to be something going on that's like underhand, or they're planning something. We don't have very much information about what it is. And
But you got the records.
I think it's going to be more useful if we really find out more information about it. And we seem to be well placed to do that. They've said, come along with us. I reckon we can handle these guys in anything if they try anything. And I think that we might find out really something more significant and really more useful at a higher level if we go.
That they're skimming off the top. I mean, clearly they're skimming off the top.
No, it might be more than that. It might be more than that.
It just all seems very suspicious to me.
Yeah, it is. That's why I think we should find out more.
Yeah, I mean, do we? Yeah.
I think because you were talking about this before, like at the end of the last session.
Yeah.
I think Bill was talking about we don't have to travel with them. We know where they're going. Pietro has pretty much described who they're meeting with. So they don't necessarily know where, but if you got a name, you could ask and find out. Also, Daucus is actually from the area of Udine, so once you get there, and you make a couple of memory rolls because it's been decades since you were last in that region, but you're from the land that the brothers are going to.
Last time I was up there, I was about 8 years old, maybe 7.
How far away? How long is this journey going to be?
On horseback, 4 or 5 days. But I think also what Bill was getting at was we don't still go. Because I think, Pietro, you mentioned this overlord. So if there's someone who's calling himself an overlord is involved, then it's more than just skimming money off the top.
Yeah.
But not travel with them. You just need to find out what they're doing. You don't have to be there with them.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't want to say any more because Bill's not here. But it's up to you. Out of character.
I think we should. I think it makes sense to go to Udine. I don't know whether it's best to travel with them and like pretend to be their friends, because we might get more out of it that way, or to do the stalking type thing I'm not sure about that.
I don't know if you see me, buddy, but I don't hide very well. I'm pretty like, you see me walking down the street, and you see me walking down the street. I mean, I can hide behind a tree a little bit, but yeah, they'll see me coming a mile away. I do think if we go with them, we might as well go with them, but I do also, I'm kind of worried that they're just gonna stab us in the back while we're sleeping.
Well, I think we need to be on alert and aware. Like we're basically operating undercover if we go with them, right? We're pretending to, I can't remember why we said we want to do deals for your land as well. We want to get in on those supplies. That's right.
Yeah. Oh yeah. No, I mean, I'm really being just me. I'm not pretending to be anybody, but me. I think you started out pretending to be somebody else, but then you decided to be you.
Yes, Bill was talking about the Pietro the blades of Florence or something like that, and then 5 minutes later, I think you asked, like, can I just change something? Which is cool.
It just wasn't fitting. It didn't really make sense if everyone else was.
Yeah. No.
But,
Yeah, no, that's fine.
but I'm saying that we're pretending that we're going there to do deals, find out these good deals on stone and stuff. But our real objective is to see what these guys are really up to. So I reckon it makes sense just to travel with them and pretend to be their friends and see what information we can kind of glean. Maybe I can use some of my special talents on that. Whether it's on the journey or get there, I don't know if we can fast forward to being in Udine or if there are things that will happen along the way. But either way,
Well,
that's the vote.
I do have family in Udine, so
Yeah.
I mean, I guess if we make it there, we got a place to stay probably. That's where my mom
It's another
lives.
reason why. It's another reason that's good for our cover. You can say, "Yeah, I'm from Udine. I have family there who I want to visit. And I want to work the deals and stuff."
I mean, these are bad dudes. I do not want to give up I don't want to dox my mom. just don't. Is Nicolo coming with us?
You've got your powers, right? We all know that we all have powers now. Each other.
Last time I used my powers, I lost a lot of political standing, and people look at me funny. But I think that's getting better. It was not a good sight.
Power, is it? Is it?
What?
What's your power?
I turn into a big bear. I'm a big bear, big teddy bear.
Well, if we have a problem, we'll call on the bear.
Just as long as it doesn't get out. So who's coming with us? Is Nicolo coming with us?
I think, Nicolo's there.
Matteo?
He's suffering from he drank too much, so he's a bit hungover, hence he won't be here this session.
And my buddy, what's his name?
Matteo is definitely here. But
Alfredo.
again, suffering from a bit of a hangover. So
And Alfredo's with us? Alfredo?
He's your associate, isn't he? He's one of your allies.
Yeah.
Yep. Okay. Yep, he's with you. Across the courtyard, the brothers are preparing to go. Marcelio looks back at you, Pietro. Nods. There's a little bit of a scowl in his face, which is just there for a moment, and then as he turns, gets onto his horse and starts trotting on. Uberino seems to follow the scowl, turns, sees you 5, and waves you over.
Okay. Yep. I go over. Yep.
So are you coming with us or not? You think
Yes,
you mentioned...
We would love to accompany your party and share in your hospitality on the journey. We were planning on heading towards Udine in any event because Daucus is actually from those parts and wanted to discuss some potential deals for Padua with his family from Udine. So I think more hands on the journey in case of troubles. The bigger the party is, the safer we'll be together.
Yep. Always safety numbers. And Daucus, do you head over?
Yeah, I'll reluctantly I'll follow everybody, and I'll just be quiet. I'll have a big old grin on my face. Oh, I just that's it.
Well, we can always use someone of his stature if it gets messy, because I was meaning to ask all of you, you were involved in the war against the Viper, weren't you?
Certainly. Yes.
Yeah.
We were a part
Because
of
you were.
that mission.
See, what I don't understand, and he's asking this directly to Daucus, is I've heard mixed stories about you. Because the Daucus that I know of, what's he called? The Bull? Or the Bull's Head?
El Toro.
Oh, so that is you. You're the Bull. You're the Bull of Florence.
That's what they say.
Ah. See, I told you, my brother was saying, there's no way that 5 heroes, he kind of like nods to the other 3. Sorry. He says to me, there's no way there. Why would 5 heroes be buying stone?
Well,
And he said to me,
I got reasons for buying stone. I'm a noble, and my city of Florence was devastated in that war, and I need stone. We got to rebuild and build better, of course.
Yeah. Pietro, can I get from you a attention, perception?
Okay, so I have good, so I get 8 dice for that. So 1, 2, 3, 4. And then what's the thing I'm looking for? Where is the perception?
So it's well, actually,
Oh, yeah.
no, it's more empathy. So it's attention, empathy,
Okay.
and then add intention.
Okay, so I only have the 1 empathy. So
Okay, so yeah, roll 8 dice.
Yep.
Ditch all your 1s, keep all your 10s, and then keep 1 other dice.
Okay.
And then if you have, do you have a bonus in intention?
I do not.
That's fine.
So okay. I got 2 10s. 3. This was why I wanted to get my phone camera. I wanted to point it at the dice, switch it to it, because it's just I have 3 10s, and I have then my next highest is a 7, so that's a 37.
Okay. Take 15 off for his savvy.
Okay, so
Okay.
22.
22.
Dang.
Full success. He's playing you while he's talking. You've done this sort of trick before. He's playing.
Mm-hmm.
He is already suspicious,
Yeah.
and he's not like he's. It's clear that what he's saying that his brother is suspicious of. He is suspicious, but he's deferring it so that he can pretend to be believing of your story.
Right, I get it. Yep.
And so a lord is going out to collect his own stone. You know, if only I told my father, the Lord of Padua, to get his own stone. You know what I mean?
Well, it's a long-term plan. We've been sent by Venice to fortify their allies. And so we're looking for opportunities as to how to, this is something that's really going to flow out across the whole region, is a plan, a strategy based on what happened at the last war, so that it never gets to Venice. The next time Milan or another threat comes, they want to put funds into actually building up the defences of many of the regional towns that are our allies. So we've been sent as, one of the missions on this greater plan.
Yeah, who knows? Milan could rise again and get us anytime. It just, you never know. Those Milaners, just
Out of character, you both know that when the Duke of Milan died, the territories, like the whole Milanese government, went into civil war. His sons and his wife started tearing the empire apart. And it's so bad that the Lord of Padua, Francesco Novella da Carrara, has actually marched. He is now currently marching west towards the borders and the territories of Milan with the White Company. So you guys already know that. But yes, Uberino says, "Yeah, that's true. That's true. We never be too careful about Milan. But I mean, if they can defeat my father on the field, which I'll be surprised, especially with the White Company being there. If they can, then yeah, I suppose we would need to have defenses. Anyway, get yourselves on the cart or your horses or whatever, and let's go. Let's go.
Okay. Yep.
Okay. You head onto the road. Now, out of character, because this is a play test. That little should I? No, I'm going to wait until the end of this section, and then, because it's a playtest, so I want to kind of discuss things with you, and it's quite an important point. Anyway, so you guys get on the cart or ride horses, and you travel eastwards. For the first day and a half, not much happens. You camp up after about 9-10 hours of traveling. It's still the sun's still high up in the sky because you left it at dawn, and it's about March, April, so the days are long. You set up a camp, and the two of you sat opposite around a campfire with the two brothers, while the 5 mercenaries working for the brothers are kind of eating off to one side, and around another campfire there'll be Alfredo, Niccolo, and Matteo. So the conversation mainly is around you 4. Throughout the whole, however, leading up to this, throughout the whole whole journey, is anyone watching the brothers? Is there anything that you guys are trying to do during the day?
Yeah, I think what some of the stuff we discussed last game is that we were going to bribe some of the hired hands, or try to bribe some of the...
Okay. You know it's going to take 4 or 5 days to get there. This is day 1. What point do you want to try starting the process of bribing?
I feel like we start on day 1 and we're subtle about it. We kind of, but we don't just like start out with money. We start out with like saying, trying to figure out a little bit about each of those soldiers. So we'll, if anybody's in financial stress or try to get more information
around the fire at night and bring out the wine and sort of.
Okay.
Yep.
As any good interrogator knows, you got to make them feel real comfortable and make them do all the talking.
Sure. So at the moment then, so along the journey, any opportunities to actually have a conversation, start a rapport is with the guards? Yeah. So I know where your efforts are focused.
I would also probably talk about Udine with the brothers, if that is a option as well. I mean, because you're traveling all day long, so you got a little bit.
Yeah. The brothers stay ahead of the carts.
Mm-hmm.
You two have the impression that there seems to be a friction between the two brothers. So Marcelio, the rough one, so to speak, he stays well ahead. and it's Uberino who comes backwards and forwards to check on the men, check on you guys, idle chatter. So you can have a conversation with him. What is it specifically that you want to speak to him about on the matter of Udine, or is it just letting him know that you're from there?
Yeah, kind of reminiscent a little bit. I'd probably ask where he's from. Uberino. Where are you from? Are you from Treviso or Udine, or are you from the area?
I'm from Padua. I am the son of the Lord of Padua.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. That's right.
Children.
I just forgot. So, are you the older brother? Are you the younger brother? Is that?
No, me and Marcelio were the younger ones, the black sheep. We'll never get anywhere, so we'll just do our own thing, serve our father, and see what we can mete out in this.
You never say never.
Existence.
Never say never. I mean,
So
you too.
I can be in this conversation too.
Yeah.
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
Well, I am in the same position. I'm not to inherit anything from my family, and I need to make my own way in the world. Hence, I'm working for Venice and hoping to gain from that mission.
At that point, he kind of looks to one side, and all of you can see that Marcelio has stopped, and he's kind of waving at you guys. And at that point, Uberino kind of looks cowed. He nods and then turns his horse and doesn't gallop, but trots quickly to meet up with his brother. Right. So for whoever's going to make the roll, I think Ken's described when it comes to the finding out who's the best person to bribe, you're effectively searching for information in regards to who's on hard times and who isn't. Can I get whoever makes the rolls, either of you can do it, can I have a interaction, investigate rumors, or interaction, influence, charm?
Okay, well, I have good stats for that. For rumors, for interaction, I will get 6 dice, and then I have investigate 3 and rumors 2.
Yeah.
So
And I'm a charming individual. I think I also will charm him while he influences. I'll just be my charming self.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Both make your roll. Let me know what you've got, and add +5 because of the planning. I know what angle you're taking.
So I got 3 ranks, so I keep 3 of the dice, right?
Yep. Yeah. You got
plus
3 dots.
Okay, so that's pretty good. So got 1, 10, 19, 27.
Ken, what you get?
7.
I got 50.
Jesus Christ.
32. Well, I'm got pretty high too. Probably not as high as that.
What's your interaction?
And
No, a charm. I get a 15 to charm. +5 is 20. So I start off with a 20, and I rolled a 10, and then
I got a 47.
I kept three dice. So it is. I rolled a 9, a 7, and a 4, plus a 10.
Right. Cool. You managed to. You don't find anyone yet. So, there's 6 mercenaries. Over the 7 to 8 hours of you talking to them, you whittle it down to 4 possible. There's certain tells, certain topics and their reactions to certain things that immediately arouse your suspicions. Where you're thinking, oh, he's not necessarily wealthy, or talking about money's a bit of a sore point for him, etc. That sort of thing. So you've narrowed it down to about 4. You only need to make that roll once, so you're going to do well. It's just going to take time. Okay, so fast forward to the meeting. There's the campfire. Well, you're eating. The campfire's there just to cook. It's still late afternoon. Unless you two are talking, Marcelio says nothing, and Ubertino's unusually quiet. And as you guys like just chewing on bread, dry cheese, whatever, all of a sudden, Uberino kind of clicks his finger. Goes, "Oh yeah, brother, the Lord Carrara here. He's actually from Udine." And at that point, Marcelio kind of looks up, glances to his brother, and then looks over to you, Daucus. Raises an eyebrow and says, "You seem to get around."
I do have a pretty high network that I believe is a thing. I do get around. I was born a low class fella and worked real hard, and then I became the Bull of Venice, and maybe found my way into lordship from there. So I was born to a mining family in Udine, and I think this is really going to be a wonderful homecoming for me and my kin.
Oh, so you're coming here to see family? You're not coming here to get rocks?
Well, I am here to get rocks because, like I said before, it's kind of like killing 2 birds with 1 stone. We got to rebuild the city of Carrara, which I am now one of the lords of. It's been pretty decimated, and so like you fellas, what you do in building up countries, the countryside is kind of the perfect thing for me and anything. I spent a lot of time in Venice and kind of got acclimated and really believe in the Venice society and stuff. But Udine is where your home. It's kind of where your home is. I spent a lot of time in the caves, and that's kind of why I'm as big as I am, I guess.
So, what you're saying is you're collecting materials to reinforce your city, and your city is Carrara, which is the other side of the Venetian lagoon, the other side of a river, and you're next to the mountains, the Apennine Mountains, and you're coming all this way to collect rocks when you've got mountains and quarries a fraction of the distance away. Would it not be cheaper to get rocks from the quarries like just right next to you?
Well, as you can see by looking at a map, Udine is pretty close to the sea, and so if we can get some rocks on some barges and sail them across, I believe that there's potential for because I know, just because I'm from Udine, that the rocks there are way better than the rocks in Stone and Carrara. I mean, that Carrara stone, that just crumples right under your feet. It's not the same. So we need something that's a little bit more sturdy. What do you think built the city of Venice? I mean, that stuff is pretty amazing to stand the test of time the way it does. And I guarantee you some of that's from Udine.
Pietro, I'm guessing you're watching.
Yeah.
Same roll again, please. Attention, empathy, intention. Which brother are you looking at? I'll let you have a plus 15 if you're looking at Uberino, who's the more friendly of the two, or you don't get any bonuses if you're observing the brother who's Marcelio, who's actually talking to Daucus. The choice is yours.
Yeah. I mean, sorry. So, remind me the two brothers. There's Marcelio.
So Marcelio, he's the one who's been rough and rude, and he's the brute of the two brothers. He's the one who's currently questioning Daucus.
I have a plus 15 for Marcelio based on my earlier thing.
Yeah, sorry. So if I've got the names mixed up,
okay. Yeah.
Your plus 15 is the one with who is more sociable, who is not questioning. So apologies if I've got the names mixed up.
I got it mixed up. Yeah. Okay. I mean, honestly, it makes more sense for me to be paying attention to the guy who's seeming skeptical. Yeah.
Yep. Okay. That's fine. So just go ahead with your roll, but you get no bonus.
Okay. So my empathy is not that great, unfortunately. But so this may not be okay. I got 110. So I got 1 for empathy. So I keep 1 dice plus a 10. Right.
Yep.
So which. I don't think I've got 1 in weakness, but this isn't a weakness thing. I don't think.
No, this is intention.
Yeah. So 17.
17. Okay. Yeah, you're not sure. Back over to you, Daucus. The brute brother, in case we've got the names mixed up. We'll call this guy Uberino then, if that name was used before. So Uberino, the brute. He says, "Well, I suppose so.
Well,
I suppose there's nothing like
as I was
home,
saying before, because I did say this before. This is a mission under the Doge and the whatever his Department of Defense or whatever it is, to explore options for reinforcing and strengthening all of the regional towns that are important friends of Venice. So Daucus is on a particular mission for his hometown, but there's a grander strategy here, which is about the long-term strengthening of these towns. So Venice is in the position next time there is a great threat to defend itself. And we're taking advantage of this time when Milan is weak and in turmoil, not to sit back and just say everything's good, but to say, okay, this is a time where we don't have to defend Venice right now. What we should do is strengthen for the future.
At that point, both of you see Uberino, or both brothers actually, just relax. Any hostility that the brute had, there's a smile between the brothers, and there's a definite nod between them, and they say, yeah, no, you're right. He then dishes out just a wine skin. Everyone gets 1 or 2 swigs, and then Uberino, who's clearly the leader, the eldest of the two brothers, the brutish of the two, stands up and says, "Yep, come on then. Well, let's take you to the quarry master. So if you guys want to invest in stone, we'll take you to the best. We'll take you to the best." Okay.
Wonderful.
Okay, so you I'm going to cut this bit really short, and I'll explain why afterwards. So, heads into. You travel another 4 or 5 hours. You manage to get to an inn. These guys obviously have done this route numerous times. They know how long every section takes. They know where to go, blah, 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 blah. And every time they go into an inn, they are recognized. They have their own tables. The henchmen, as we'll call them, they're not allowed in the inn. They kind of like just camp out next to the stables, next to the carts, that sort of thing. Some of them even just sleep on the cart, blanket over, and then that's them. Are either of you still pursuing the angle of bribing one of the henchmen?
Absolutely.
Yep. Okay. By the second or third day, because I'll do these in kind of threads, and by the second or third day, you manage to speak to one of the henchmen, and yes, he's only doing this job. He needs the money. He doesn't like Uberino. He doesn't like what they get up to. You get the impression that the reason why the henchmen are not allowed in any of the inns, and this is the whole 5 days traveling, these henchmen are not allowed in any of the inns. There's obviously been a history of trouble. The thought of money for a bit of information, yes, he's more than happy. So you give him a bit of money. What do you want to know? You can either role play this, or if you want definite answers, you can make a either presence if you're trying to intimidate them, interaction, or composure if you want to kind of composure is kind of you keeping your cool so that the other person breaks or unfolds everything. You're the rock in the storm that this person kind of clings on to, because you've got that composure of someone that they can trust, that sort of thing. So it's entirely up to you how you want to do it. So you can either role play it, just give me an idea of what questions you want to ask, blah, 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 or you can make a interaction or presence or composure, investigate, interrogate role.
I would stick to my charming self if I was gonna do anything, and just try to charm it out of him.
Yeah, no, you've already passed the charm.
Oh yeah,
he's going to tell you everything. Now you need to ask the right questions. So hence the
investigate him.
Yep, yeah.
Interrogate him.
So
I can interrogate.
Yep.
Kinda.
But you can still interrogate. If you've got a bonus, then you're better than other people.
Yeah, I definitely have a bonus in interrogation.
Cool.
Is Pietro there with me? Are we there together?
Yeah. You guys are all doing this together.
Okay.
I feel like we should roleplay some of it.
Yeah.
It's up to you.
So, whatever, we'll call him,
Alberto.
Alberto. So, you've done a few missions with these guys. You've been working for them for a while, have you? You've done this route?
Yeah, about 2 years, year and a half. It's all blurs into one. All the seasons, they're all the same now, just backwards and forwards.
It seems
empty carts, full carts, empty carts, full carts. Yeah.
It seems unusual that the sons of the Lord don't have an official royal guard with them. Do you have any sense of why that might be on these missions?
Yeah. Have you met? Have you talked to Uberino? The guy's a brute. No one likes him. As I've heard, it's not even his father likes him. He's just him and his whiny little brother. They're just sent out to do all the errands. They don't get any thanks. They might get a bit of money and then they're off again, sort of thing. So, yeah, they're the black sheep. Also, out of character, it's night time, so you have access to all your spells and your magic.
I turn into a
you turn
bear.
into a bear and then rip into. Not suggesting that.
I want your firstborn children.
Okay. And when you get to Udine, who do they meet up with? We know there's the quarry master. Is that it, or are there other people?
Yeah, it's not always the same quarries. They've been, I don't know. Yeah, they seem to fish about for the best deals, I guess. But I think I reckon they probably visit about 3, maybe 4, but they always visit 1 or 2 every time. And then the second or the third one, it might change, that sort of thing. But we just get dropped off outside Udine. They make their way there, and then the rocks from whichever quarry they've decided to buy from, they get the masonry delivered to us outside the city. All gets packed up, and then we roll back out again.
So you don't go into Udine with them?
No, not really. No. We're just there to look after these carts.
I see. And do you get to see everything that's loaded into the carts, or does that happen in Udine and then they're all packed up and you don't see?
Oh no, we're there. We've got. He mentioned someone else's name, one of the henchmen. He's got a list. He gets the list from one of the brothers before they head off into Udine to, I don't know, drink, frolic, whatever it is. The wealthy do, and he just checks how much blocks get put in, and we then cover it up and get ready to go for the next morning for when the brothers have finished whatever it is they've been drinking, or I don't know, screwing around with, whatever, and then we head off.
Has there ever been anything that they brought back that seemed unusual, or that they tried to hide, or that you thought that seems a bit weird?
You know how weird can rocks get? I mean, big ones, small ones, some with corners, some... Yeah, it's just rocks. Big blocks.
And along the way, have there ever been unusual detours or meetings with people who you didn't know who they were?
No.
No?
The only meetings they ever have is with the quarrymen. And then if they're going to meet anyone, I mean, they could be meeting someone in Udine. But whoever they're meeting at Udine has got nothing to do with the rocks. But they always come back stinking of wine.
Okay.
Both of them. That's.
Do you have anything, Daucus? No.
Do I have any other questions?
Specific questions?
Yeah, I started talking about Carrara, and I
Sure.
I was like, you ever have any interest in expanding your horizons? You know, kind of finding something else to do with your life?
Me a job, Lord? Are you offering me a job?
I might
take it.
I might have some additional work for you. I got Alfredo tagging along. He really helps, and I you look like a fine young man. I bet we could work together, and you could be in my inner circle.
Yeah.
I got a pretty good network of folks. You've heard of me, the Toro, El Toro.
Yeah. Well, everyone's before we even started the journey, everyone was talking about you guys.
I I can teach it
Yeah.
how to fight with the table and
Well,
clear out a room.
So yeah, so when I finish this job, which will be in a week's time, and we come back. So after we drop this stuff off, do you want me to just? I mean, I'll finish my service with the Paduans, and then I can head south to Carrara if you want.
Well,
Will you be there when I get there?
We're doing the same thing you guys are doing. We need to bring some stone back to Ferrara, so I would like you to just be with me, and just stay with us.
But I can't, but I can't be with you now because I've got a contract. But when this contract finishes, once we've dropped the rocks off at Padua, because you're not gonna come with us back to Padua, are you?
We might have to head back that way. It just depends. If we don't go back the same way, I definitely will probably want to meet you in Venice. That's where a lot of
meet
people.
You in Venice. Where's the best place to meet you in Venice?
Well, that's easy. I tell him the bar that we got into that big the seedy bar.
Yep, sure, no boys. You can see him making a mental note. Right. Anyway, so. It's the next morning, you travel, it's the same old thing. The guard that you've bribed seems really happy, bit too happy. Pietro, both of you have got a keen eye, and you can see that his happiness seems to have put off the other henchmen. When you get to Udine, you're brought by the brothers to meet a quarry master, and the quarry master, he knows the brothers, he welcomes them, blah blah blah. However, Pietro, this is not the face of the quarryman that you saw.
Okay.
You're introduced. They tell the quarry master about the plan for Venice. That they're told about the reason why the Lord of Ferrara is here. They do raise an eyebrow. Would the Lord of Ferrara cover the additional costs for transporting the masonry across the water?
Absolutely. We just have to make a deal. I need to see the product. I need to go over and make sure everything is.
Yeah, for 4 hours. For 4 hours, this guy goes through. These are the rocks. What type do you want? Granite, limestone, sandstone, long stone, big stone, some as long as your arm. Everything. You are shown. You two are considered prize customers, and as always, hovering nearby at the two brothers.
Are these as good as the rocks from Istria? I know that they are.
Better.
So
Much better.
Okay,
Much better.
so I'm going to write stuff down, make it look like I'm this is like an exploratory mission, right? We're from Venice. We're looking for the best. We're not buying anything today. We're finding out what you have and what your prices are, and I'll get out my notebook and pen and be noting stuff down so it looks like I'm really doing it.
Yeah. No problem. Yeah, as far as the quarry master's concerned and the two brothers are concerned, they are expecting at least one of you to sign a deal.
Well, that's that's some car salesmanship pressure. I would like to go and visit my my family before I make any, because we do have to think about this. It's a big purchase. But you're definitely showing me some good stuff.
Okay. At that point, the brothers then say, "Hey, lords, we'll leave it to you guys. We're finished here. We've got the rocks, the masonry that we've come for, and then we're just going to head back to Padua."
Well, that sounds great.
Okay.
So they're just here for 1 day? They're not staying in the town for a night?
No. They get the rocks, get it put onto the cart.
I'm like, well, we would like to meet some of the other quarry masters that you know in town. we have to compare the prices and the offerings, and Venice and the towns are, one quarry is not going to be enough to supply everything that we're looking for on this project. That's going to take years.
Okay, the brothers see the reason in that. They nod, and they say, "Well, that's going to take maybe a day. That's fine. Lord Daucus, do you wish to see your family? And Pietro, we go with you, or do you want to come with all of us? Blah blah blah."
Well, I do want to introduce my
we've got
family
what we
to
came
my.
for.
They would not believe me the way things have changed, and I slapped my leg. It's just a crazy world that they would not believe.
Sure.
Why don't we come back together and meet up at a later time, and you can introduce us? I know you guys are in a hurry, but those rocks aren't moving too quick. It's not like you're riding at it like a speed out of town. I'm sure we could catch up with you if you guys want to go ahead and start sending it that way.
Okay, that's fine. Daucus, you head off to meet your family. We can do that. Private message. You are taken to the other quarry masters. The one quarry master that you're looking for from that memory, you're not shown to. But each one of the 4 quarrymen that you're shown to all know the brothers. They've done deals. They're disappointed with the brothers that they haven't bought from them this time, but maybe next time. They show you, they give you another tours. It takes so long to do each tour. You have to stay over in Udine overnight. Next morning, the brothers don't do anything. They just stay in their room. Maybe come out their rooms to have a chat with you, a few drinks, then they go back into their room. They stay as close to you as possible. They do not leave the inn. The next morning, more quarries, and you've seen the 3rd and the 4th one. Daucus comes back. He joins in with the other tours. Blah 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 blah. Go ahead.
So, at night, I guess.
Yep.
Can do that first.
Yep.
So we've noticed that they're staying close to us, right?
Yep. Yep.
I'm going to, and I don't know if we're like in rooms next door to them or something like that, or close, or they can.
There's plenty of opportunities for you to speak to them, because when they eat, they'll go into the common room. You'll be there, that sort of thing.
I'm going to walk to their door with Daucus, and I will explain to him, and I'm going to say to Daucus, loud enough that they could hear in the room, I think I'll go and go for a bit of a walk tonight to have a look at Udine, see at night, see what the town is like, what's happening. So I'm going to go for a walk.
And do you?
Yes, and I'm going to go for a walk and being aware, trying to see if I'm being followed.
Okay. Spell creation and spell casting. So you would be...
I've got detect minds and identify thoughts written here.
Yeah, so using the system that we briefly went over last time, the magic system works on parameters. You've got 3 parameter points, and just like you would on a musical, equalizer, where you move the treble and the bass and everything along just to get the perfect sound, that's how the parameters work. So for you, you could set up a spell very easily where you know what their thoughts are like. So especially if it's the quieter of the 2 brothers, you kind of know his thoughts. So you would just simply be on the lookout psychically for his thoughts to be within a certain range. So,
well, let's do that.
Okay, so it would be roll your 6 dice from your soul. That's your dice pool. Keep a number of dice equal to your rank in electricity. And if you have a classification, If you've got an affinity in detection,
I do.
you can then add that to the roll.
Okay, so I keep 3 dice, and I have a rank of 1 in detection.
So roll 6,
Yep.
keep 3. If you're using your talisman, you add +5 in addition to the 5 from the affinity, so you're adding +10.
Okay, so I got 2 10s and a 9. So I keep 3 others. So that's 20 plus 29, 26, 32 plus 5, 37, and then I got some other plus, did I?
Yep, no, that's fine. That's more than enough. Right, okay, you are not being followed.
Okay.
You do the spell again. You do the spell again for the other brother.
Yeah.
I imagine you'd probably do just as well.
Okay.
It doesn't happen. You do the spell over and over again because you don't have the parameter points to make it like a whole scene or like for a really long period. So you're deliberately cast a spell, nothing. Okay, wait a while, and again and again and again. By the end of your journey, going around in a circle, you're pretty sure that they have not followed you. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. Okay.
All right.
Daucus, while Pietro heads out,
doing that, can I use my ability to ritual and see if I can find a port key?
you're not in the Shadowlands.
Oh, does it have to be in there?
Yep. Yeah.
What does dreaming without sleeping do?
That allows you to enter the dreaming sky.
Oh, okay.
Which you can if you want. Okay. You can if you want. You can venture into the dreaming sky if you want.
I mean, what benefit would that do? I mean, what would that?
You've never tried it before. You've never done it properly.
Well, maybe I'll just try it just to see what happens then.
Yep, sure. Okay. So it's ritual. So it takes minutes to hours to even a day to perform certain rituals. But dreaming without sleeping does not take that long. Mm-hmm. So it still needs a roll.
Yeah.
So what I need from you is where is the ritual? Dreaming without sleeping. Okay. So this takes an hour. So effectively you doze off and you go into a kind of a meditative state. Remember, your characters no longer dream. When you go to sleep, you then just wake up fully refreshed for 4 or 5 hours, whatever. Can I get from you a soul? So it'll be 6 dice. Keep a number of dice equal to the ranks that you have in
Soul, yeah.
Dreaming Sky, the Scion.
Dreaming Sky. Oh, so I only keep 1 die. There's really no chance that I'm gonna, unless I roll a bunch of 10s.
Well, you've never rolled a bunch of 10s before. I mean, it's so never, unlike you.
But this time, you never know. Let's see. I'm just gonna channel my inner Adrian.
Adrian.
I rolled some 10s, and a 9. That's 29.
Okay, it costs you 5 mana to do this. So from your mundane mana pool, just in a pencil, you get all the mana back.
Sure.
The next sunset. Knock off 5 for now.
Got it.
Brilliant. Cool. Right. You've never done this before. You've tried and you failed. You've tried and you've failed. And you're thinking, it's not working. And then just as you're opening your eyes after feeling that defeat, in front of you, you are not in the tavern room anymore. You look at your hands, you are your bare form. And then beyond your clawed bare hands, you can see that there's no floor, there's no ground. You are floating. Below you, far below you, there is the top of a sphere that looks as though it's the bird's eye view of a field. And then as you look around, you can see yourself surrounded by spheres. I wasn't expecting you to do this, Ken, but I'm more than happy to go down this rabbit hole. I'm going to send you an image. It's a good illustration of what the Dreaming Sky looks like from the inside. So just bear with me 2 minutes. 2 minutes. Hopefully it is not too big an image.
Yeah, that's great. And I'm tripping because like I've never done this before.
Mm-hmm.
So that's good.
Right. I've just sent you the image.
Cool.
And then stick that up on live stream. This is one of the latest bits of artwork by Ralph Damiani. He's the artist who's done a lot of the artwork for all the books so far. Brilliant. I love him. He's fantastic. And he's managed to stick with me despite the almost impossibly complex commissions I've given him. But yeah, I don't know how he's put up with me. But his artwork's brilliant. Always gets it spot on. Let me know when you've got that image.
Yeah.
And I can then.
we got to do this in a different way sometime, because I actually have to text the image to myself in order to get it on the computer. Because if I touch my Discord, it is not.
Yes.
So yeah.
Yeah. Right. Going forward. Yeah. Let me know if there's a better way of doing this. I apologize.
Yeah. So we gotta figure out a better. So I'm waiting for my text to get to me.
So, do you know what? I never even thought about that.
Oh, you're sending it by the chat?
Yeah, I've sent it by DM.
Yeah.
Well, if you have Discord open in a browser, then you can
I could pop it out for sure, but I don't currently have it.
However you do it.
I don't have it popped out. You're right. Right. I could do it that way.
Well, yeah. I'm just thinking, is it worthwhile having a little 5-minute break?
Oh no, I got it.
That's sorted. Or is it?
No,
you got it.
If you're ready for a break, I mean that's one thing.
No. I wasn't sure how long this would take.
Oh no, it just takes a second. I'm just giving you a hard time. Because every time it's like, oh, you want me to do something, every time you want, it's a lot of clicks. Well, it's like, okay.
Yes.
It's good to have this stuff like ahead of time. It's my own fault.
Yes, but I never predict which artwork.
Listen to this guy over here. Just blame the victim. Just blame him.
Yeah, well, yeah.
All right. Which one is it? Is it the middle one? Is it the left one? You probably can't see it, can you? Because I'm on the other. There we go. Is this what?
No, that's just an example. This isn't what you're seeing, but if you can imagine that you are in a mass of suds, bubbles, and each of those bubbles is a dream that a mundane is having. So there's 3 in front of you there on that picture, but there will be above, below, behind, in all directions, all crammed together. And in the gap between the dreams is called the gallery. And where that wolf is, that werewolf character, is kind of like where your birth form is. You are on the outside of a dream. So, for example, if taking this picture, yeah. So at the moment, you're below you. There's a bubble, and in that bubble there is you can just make out the impression of a couple sleeping on a field. And then when you look up, you can see an alleyway leading off into, as per that picture on the live stream. And then around you, there's a vista, a coastal vista of a almost fantasy style castle behind walls. On the other side, there is like a military exercise, and it whatever people can dream and whatever their dreams, that's the sort of thing. So the nearest dream to you.
Yeah. Can I tell if dreams are closer or further away, or is it set up like do I walk through the dreams, or?
When you walk, you approach. It doesn't kind of like stay away from you. They're all in fixed points, so you know that you can travel to the dream. The closer that you get, imagine that you're looking through like not quite as concave as a fish eye, but the closer you get, the perspective widens so that you can see more inside the dream, until, if you want, you can hold your face or your nose to the edge of the bubble as if it's like a pane of glass, and you can see people inside the dream.
Do you
they're wandering around in the street.
You think I could see if I could read any of our traveling buddies' dreams to see if they're sleeping? Do you think I could search around for something like that, like one of the Padua brothers, or?
Sure. You go from dream to dream to dream. You don't know how much time. You're kind of like swimming in your bear form from place to place. Adrian, can you roll me a d10? Ken, tell me high or low.
High.
Adrian?
2.
Oh, low.
2. Okay. Right. You go from dream to dream to dream to dream, and after looking through at least 20 of these dreamscapes, as they're called, you realize that out of the 20, there's only one of maybe 2 or 3 actually that are actually white of skin. You're seeing cultures across the entire world that Italy hasn't even experienced. So you can imagine that there would be Aborigines having a dream in Australia, and you cannot recognize that land. The next group could be from India, the next one could be from China, the next one could be from southern half of Africa. Some could be Native Americans. You realize that as you're looking around, there are beyond count a number of these dreams.
Wow.
You reckon it would be a needle in the mother of all haystacks to locate a specific dream. But it's mesmerizing for you to realize that you are glimpsing corners of the world that Venice has never even seen before. The other important thing that you notice is that you know who the dreamer is, because the dreamer's details are fully formed. Imagine when you're looking somewhere and the people on the periphery are blurred, and it's only when you look at them that they have detail. Everyone who the dreamer's not looking at becomes faceless, almost featureless. The details and the objects remain the same, but the people kind of become anonymous until they become relevant. Do you try to enter a dream?
I feel like at this point, entering a dream might not be so good an idea because I might not come back. So
Damn it.
I feel like I'm gonna just try and look it all, take
Not
it all
even
in.
Not even a pork.
Have a little look.
Well,
what-
I mean, yeah, I guess I feel like this is all very too much, and disturbing other folks' dreams just seems like maybe not the right thing to do. If I kind of know what's going on, like I don't want to mess with people. I just like people doing what they're gonna do.
But
Okay.
okay.
You can
I'm definitely
end the
fascinated.
ritual at any point.
Yeah.
You can finish the ritual at any point and wake up back in the mundane realm.
Yeah. I will do that. I will wake up.
Okay. Are you sharing the same room with Pietro?
I doubt it.
Why not? Yeah,
But-
I mean,
Yeah.
well,
Okay. So Pietro, when you've how long do you do this walk for? How long do you try and lure them out?
I mean, I think no more than half an hour. If they're not following,
Oh,
really,
okay. Yeah,
honestly, within 10 minutes, you'd be like, okay, they're not following me. So,
Yeah, no, that's fine. You head back to the inn, refreshed. It's a nice, cool evening. You head into the room, open the door, and half meditating, half sleeping in a chair is Daucus. He's not like this. He's definitely holding himself in a position, hence like a meditation, but he's very relaxed and he's kind of like sat back.
I'm like, Daucus, are you okay?
Does not wake.
I'll just sort of touch him lightly, like, Daucus, you okay?
He stares slightly, but he seems to be in a very content dream. He's got a fascinated expression on his face.
Okay, can I try and go into his mind? Can I?
Oh God, yes, you can if you want. Yeah. Yep. Right, hold on. Right, okay. Do you want to use the spell that you used last time?
I guess so. I mean, I've only got two. I don't know how this works. I've got two spells, or can I like invent other spells on the spot? I don't know.
You have, so every trick that you have is effectively an idea of what the effect of the spell is. So
Okay.
detect thoughts or understand thoughts is you understanding a thought. What does that mean? As a player, that's entirely up to you. So like as we discussed before the live stream, does that mean you're examining a thought to find out if they're lying? Yes. Is it to find out the thoughts behind a conversation like you did last session? Yes. It can be anything. But a spell cannot do everything that the trick does. A spell is a specific use of the trick within a specific set of parameters. And there you go. So, it would be the same rule. However, with spell casting, there's 3 steps, and the first step's optional. The first step is called preparation. So you can spend a round preparing the formation of the spell, and you can do that. You can repeat that 3 times, and as long as you're not interrupted, you give yourself plus 15 on the execution roll. So you can prepare up to 3, and then spend a round forming the spell, where you spend the mana, you carry out your gestures, that sort of your components, and then the last round, the execution is when you make the roll, and it happens.
Okay. So,
So
I can. This isn't a rush thing like a combat or something.
No,
So
you can prepare for 3 rounds.
And can I? Also, I want to. I know. I get out my pen, right? My magic pen.
Yep.
And I want to see what he is seeing, and I'm going to draw like a little eye on his forehead as part of the ritual.
Okay. So your pen is your avatar.
Yeah.
So it costs mana to summon it to your body. So spend, I think it's 10 mana.
Okay.
You don't have to, I mean, you can use the pen all the time, unless it's only if you dismiss it. It's like, say, for example, you don't want anyone stealing it or it getting damaged. You can dismiss it and it goes back to your sanctuary.
Oh, I see.
If you, so
it's not a physical
it's not,
pen I carry with me all the time.
no, what you can do, so you've got 2 ways of interacting with it. The first way is you summon it and then you dismiss it. So it goes in and out of your sanctuary whenever you want. The other way is you summon it, and then when it shifts to the other day, like, so for example, you can summon it during the night and use it during the night, and then come sunrise, if you haven't dismissed it back to the sanctuary, it fades, and then when the sun sets, it'll reappear where you put it. So if you put it in a pocket, it fades from your in character. You don't understand how it works because you're still learning. There's so much to learn about what it is to become a severed soul, but it fades away. So if you put it in a pocket and then move like from day to day, it's still in your pocket.
Can I don't know if this, can it be right? Because my vision was that I had this pen, this really old pen that had been passed down in my family that then actually has these effects. Can it be this pen?
No.
And what I'm summoning is the power to be the magic pen, that it's sort of bound to that pen or not? I don't know.
There is a ritual that you can perform where, and there's actually a story behind this ritual. You can have it so it swaps. So you can have the original mundane pen, like the family heirloom, and then when you want your magical version of the pen, and it looks identical to that, they swap.
Okay. Well, that would do. Yeah.
And then when you want to dismiss it, it comes back again, and so forth.
Okay.
The story behind that is that when I was playtesting this game for the first group of players, one of the players, Aiden, he had a suit of armor, and he wanted his armor on all the time. And he pretty much had the same question as that. And I said, well, I haven't thought about it. And he said, well, can we not just have it so that it swaps? So I said, yeah, okay then. So I wrote the ritual based on what he'd said. And it was just, and
Similar idea, yeah.
Similar idea where it swaps so that you've always got it. Yeah, but that is a ritual that you could have to spend with experience. So you would have 2 pens. You've got your family pen and the pen that you summon.
All right.
Okay.
Gerald, I use my pen, and this is the ritual because I want to sort of see what he is seeing in his mind. Whatever he's seeing is thoughts in his mind. It's not physically seeing into the world.
Okay. So that's talisman is one component, because the original spell that you did used one component only. By the sounds of it, you're doing an action and using the talisman, which frees up a parameter point, and you can spend that parameter point to extend the length of the duration of the spell. Because the last time that you used it, it was for 3 rounds, because it's soul times 3. But if you spend another parameter point, you can put it to it lasts the scene.
Okay.
Or if you want, you can bind the spell. If any spell has a duration of scene, you can bind it so that you don't get your mana back at sunset, but that spell effect, whatever the effect is constantly on.
So I could always see what he's thinking. I mean,
If you wanted to, when sunset,
I'm not going to do that with him.
you don't see anything. Yeah,
Yep.
but for example, if you wanted to track someone, and you had the right projection spell all set up, you could do something like that where you're in that person's mind all the time. You can still be doing other things, and so that your attention is split between that and other things. But that is one possibility. It just means that when it's sunset, the spell fades. But when it's sunrise, spell fades. Come sunset, spell activates again.
I see.
It's always there. It's just suppressed. But that's possibilities of casting spells. Anyway, right. I'm just going to assume that you've done really well in the roll.
Okay.
And what I described to Daucus before, you can see.
Yeah.
So you can see the dreaming sky and what he does while he's doing it. But when he wakes up,
I'm hunting. I'm just looking through trying to understand what I'm looking at. I'm just.
Yeah. When you end the ritual, Daucus,
I haven't ended it yet.
you are greeted. I know. All right. Okay. Is it? Oh, this is one hell of a rabbit hole. Okay. As I said before, you've tried 20 dreams, and you are seeing pockets of the world, people talking languages you've got no idea.
Is there
cultures, appearances that you have never even heard of.
Is there anything that is there a way to search at all in here, or did we already do that?
There is a ritual that allows you to find people, but you don't have that yet.
Yeah. All I have is Drow's port key, and that doesn't do anything.
Yeah. So Dow's port key is to do with the Shadowlands.
Yeah, and we're not in the Shadowlands.
No, this is the Dreaming Sky.
This is a Dreaming Sky.
You are dream walking.
So I got identify. Can I detect like heat? Can I use my innate ability to detect fire?
Yeah. Right. So depending on how you want to do this, you can go into infrared if you want, and you see someone else's dream through their imaginings.
Like,
I've never even thought about this.
Yeah.
Because you're looking at someone's dream. Would that dream have any heat in it? And I think the answer would be kind of yes, but it's very faint. The heat that you're seeing, the fire that you're experiencing, isn't normal. It's almost transparent. That it's fake. It's fake fire. It's fake heat. It's fake light, and you know it is.
Yeah. So I'm definitely trying to just understand, get some grasp and some kind of functionality of this space. Like when you go to sleep and you're, because I always really enjoyed the idea of controlling my own dreams, like a waking dream, kind of concept.
Yeah.
So it's just like when you're sleeping and you have the ability to can I try to fly maybe, or is there no ground
in the gallery? There is no ground.
Yeah.
The strange thing is, though, is when you're concentrating on looking into one of these worlds, you realize that you're standing, that there's a surface. And then when you look down and you move on, you start floating. So imagine you're surrounded by a sea of bubbles, and there's a gap between each bubble that's wide enough just for you to travel. You travel in your avatar form. So, for example, if does Pietro have dreaming without sleeping?
I don't see that written anywhere. Where would that be?
That would be magical character sheet,
Yeah.
rituals.
Yep. No, all I have there is attunement, mana splitter, and planes of memory,
Yeah.
stirring memories.
Brilliant. No, that's fine. That's fine. Yeah, so Daucus, you're traveling anywhere you want. There's no up. You realize that there's no up, there's no down, there's no left or right. So if you span around the dreams, you realize that some of the dreams were already upside down or sideways. It's you're in a kaleidoscope effectively.
Sure. Are they all kind of like dreams of people from this era, instead of like, or are there like spaceships or technology or are there, dinosaurs?
All the dreams by people who live in. So there are some dreamers that you find who are Italian or Greek. They're from the Mediterranean, and their dreams are set in the modern time, set in the 1400s. They are dreaming the sort of dreams that you would have.
Dreaming right now, I assume, but I don't know.
Sorry, say that again?
I'm assuming they're dreams that are happening right now. That is, people who are asleep.
Yes.
Now.
Yep. Yeah.
Which would actually mean that
they're probably not going to dream of spaceships or
in the southern hemisphere than the northern hemisphere if it's night now. Right?
Oh no, on the other side of the planet. So they'd all be Pacific Islanders or something.
So no, you have Africans, right? People in Africa is more or less the same time zone as Italy, roughly.
Yeah, but like so I'm guessing I'm not looking at a map, but I could look at a map, and what is?
This was not where I thought the session was going to go.
What is on the other side of Italy? I mean, I feel like if I'm in Italy, it's not going to let me go that direction. The opposite side of the planet, it's going to be like Hawaii. Like people in Hawaii and Alaska.
But bearing in mind, it's at some point nighttime.
Or people taking naps.
On your side.
Yeah.
Yes, that is the other important thing. You don't have to be sleeping at night to dream.
But it is at night. It is currently at night. So yes, you're right. It wouldn't be in Hawaii. I'm so wrong about that. It's not even funny. It's everybody.
Africa,
it would be like Norway, Germany, Moscow, maybe. I don't know, depending on what time it is.
Africa
Cape
would
Town.
be in it.
But that's.
Yeah.
However, that is assuming that it is that you are right at the center of night.
Yeah.
Because as it shifts around, if it's towards the end of the night,
right,
then it could be.
You probably get here maybe, and then
Yeah.
I mean, I feel like it's pretty late. We stayed up late talking. We had a long day.
It can be any time because, yeah.
But I would say it has to be night because I thought my power only worked at night.
Yes, that's what we're saying. It has to be night, yeah.
So if I could look around, so I don't find any like familiar places or everything is.
You are. Imagine this: you are looking for one bubble within 1/4 billion dreams. Assuming that the world's population is 500 million across the whole planet.
Yeah.
You're looking for a needle in a sack of hay consisting of 250 million bits of hay. Yeah. But there is a ritual that allows you to search for people.
Oh yeah. Okay. Well, then I feel like, only the, what is it? Only the brave or the bold, something or other. Let the bold be
Are you gonna
bold.
pop?
Yeah,
I mean,
are you gonna? I might pop into a dream that at least has some familiarity to me.
Okay. Okay. As I say, you can choose the type of dream that you want to, that piques your interest so much that you can go
somebody
in.
from the coast of Venice, or something like that is just familiar to me.
Yeah. No, that's fine. You don't recognize them, but you know that they're local, so to speak.
Yeah.
Anyway, so do you prod with a finger? Do you push with a hand? Do you just walk in? What do you do?
I just hold my arms out and I like hug it.
Okay.
Like a big like embracing. Oh, I because I love humans and I love humanity. And I hug the bubble. Like I hold the bubble. I don't want to pop the bubble. I embrace the bubble.
If you saw a dream in which a little girl was being chased by a horrible monster, would you want to go and save her?
Yeah, absolutely. I would go in that and I would save the girl from the monster.
Perfect. So you're not quite hugging it. You'd kind of dash in, yeah?
Yeah, I mean, if I see somebody chased by a monster, my altruistic self would go and try to stop the monster from getting the little girl.
No, that's brilliant. Okay, so you see the scene that's described by Adrian. As you put your hand through, you're lunging in, you see that the gossamer membrane of this sphere starts to ripple and then crack. Because you're still really overly cautious and you've been doing this for hours and hours and hours and hours and hours, and it's only took seeing a young girl in trouble being chased by a nightmare that you decided, right, that's it. So as you put your hand in, I'm going to do this as second by second. I want to know what you're doing. You put your hand in, the membrane around your hand starts to wrinkle and then starts to crack. Beyond the crack, you can see the girl is running just by you, and the nightmare is just behind her. Put it in perspective, effectively, the dream is moving around her, and she's not moving. She's in a virtual reality, and the reality is moving around her, sort of thing. She obviously feels that she's running forward because she's being chased.
Right.
But from your perspective,
you
the world
run in
around
place
her
when you're in a
is
dream.
sliding behind her.
That's the whole thing.
Yeah. What are you doing?
So is it a bad crack? Do I look like I'm gonna burst the dream?
You've never done this before.
I mean, does it look
usually
scary?
it kind of looks like when yeah.
Is it like broken glass, or is it like?
Yeah.
Like,
I mean, glass is pretty primitive and quite.
Or cracks in a rock or something. I've seen things crack before. Like, I pull my hand out. I don't want to break the bubble.
Okay. As soon as you do that, the girl keeps on running, doesn't see anything. The crack starts to spread. The nightmare, Adrian. What does this nightmare look like?
I mean, it's a girl running through a dark forest, and there's some kind of a beast that's some sort of combination of different animals, like a wolf, bear thing, is like pursuing her and growling.
Right. Well, if it looks like it's starting to crack and fall apart anyway, I'll go in, and I'll just push in, and my bear foreman, I'll go and fight the bear that's in there.
Oh, okay. Right. So
if the damage is already done,
starts to crack.
Yeah.
You move your hand back for a split second. As you move your hand back, because you're thinking it's breaking. And just before you decide, I'm just going to go in anyway because damage is done, the nightmare, which I'm going to call it, stops moving and turns its head towards your direction.
Great.
You then move in. As you move in, can I have a attention, perception, surveillance roll, please?
Yeah, I got like 3 pages of things. Surveillance, you said? Attention? Surveillance?
Yeah, surveillance is under perception.
Yeah.
Yeah, you've got 2 of the same page, so I think you can ditch one of them.
No, they're all different pages. It's front. I don't have it front and back. I just have perception. Okay, so I do have some of that. Attention. Well, that's kind of annoying. I'm gonna have to roll good dice for this. Because I don't have that much attention. But I got all kinds of surveillance.
Well, you should, considering you're a city guard.
This is pretty good. So I rolled 27.
Okay. Right.
I rolled a 10 and
you
a 7.
Lunge in.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. You lunge in. You spot 2 things. One, as you appear, because bear in mind you're a big bear. You're the same size as the thing chasing the girl. The girl sees you enter her dream. She goes, "Ah," then vanishes. At that point, the nightmare looking towards you starts to sink downwards. The second thing you notice is that as that thing starts sinking down, the world that you've just entered starts collapsing and going downwards. What are you doing?
I should probably get out.
Okay. Can I have a acumen, agility, and jump?
Acumen.
I'm going to set the difficulty at -10 because you're not fully in there yet. Because you did quite well with the perception. You noticed this before it was too late.
So agility, what?
So it's acumen,
Yeah.
agility, jump.
Okay.
So acumen's your reflexes, and agility, jump is the
because I have a
leaping
+1
backwards.
in my Usham form, does that mean I get to roll an extra die?
Yes, because you are in that form. Yeah.
All right, one more time. You said acumen what?
Acumen. Roll number of dice equal to your acumen.
Yeah.
Keep a number of dice equal to your agility.
Uh-huh. Fuck me.
And then, have you got anything in jump?
Yeah, I got some jump. Not a lot in jump. Oh, nice. Jump, +5. Not a great roll. That's 20. So it's
Adrian.
Yeah.
Sorry.
oh wait,
Pietro,
no, it's
you're
not,
in
it's
the
25.
mind.
I got a 25.
You're in the mind of Daucus. You see things slightly different. You see that as soon as he entered the world, the moment the girl woke up, the dream world started to come to an end, but it's not dissolving. It's just sinking down. And the ground that Daucus is on is also sinking. So it's imagine he's on a lift that's just about to go down and the door is still open. He's got like a split second to actually get out before he can't reach the open doorway on the lift.
Okay.
What did you get? 20?
25.
25. Right. You managed to leap back, and you're having to grab on like with your arms, because just as explained to Adrian, the world that you've just ended, so to speak, is now sinking down, and you've just had to leap back to where you were through the crack that you formed, and you feel yourself being pulled in two, so that you've got your arms holding on to effectively a thin mist. And that's what's holding you in place. But the gravity of the world that you were in there briefly is pulling you in the other direction. You eventually pull yourself out. Do you look down to where it's gone?
If I look back, yeah, I probably glance back at it for a second.
Okay. What you see is it sinks down between the other bubbles. It starts to spread, kind of like as the bubbles bursting, its contents is kind of spreading out. And far, far below, it seems to hit a flat surface. And then another dreamscape, another bubble floats and obscures what you've just seen, so you can no longer see the dream has descended.
This is a
At that
bad
point-
thing. If I stayed in there, that would be bad. Do I kind of get that concept?
Out of character, you would have died.
Yeah.
Unless you'd got really, really lucky. Because effectively what happens is once the dream pops,
Yeah.
the dreamer departs and the dreamscape descends to the surface of Otherworld. The surface is a thin layer between the void and utter chaos beneath. And the moment that you would sink through the surface into the void, or into the chaos, the deep below it's called, your body would be torn to pieces and you would be regenerated in your sanctuary. So because I was taking minus 15 off that roll. So if you'd failed, you would have been regenerated in your sanctuary.
Yeah.
In a couple of months' time.
Yeah, there we go.
Yeah. At that point, you wake up from your little nightmare, only to see the face of Adrian. Oh, sorry. The face of Pietro staring at you. It does actually. You can feel a pen being rested on your forehead.
Wipe it out of my. What are you fucking doing, man?
Oh.
What happened there? You were sitting up, but you seemed to be asleep. I don't understand.
I was dreaming. I hadn't had dreams in months and months, and all of a sudden, like, I just thought maybe I'd have a dream. It was real strange. All these bubbles, and like I felt like I could enter different worlds. It was. I don't quite understand it. It's all kind of bigger than me.
Hmm.
Why are you writing
Adrian,
on my face?
Sorry. Pietro, when you write, does the ink vanish? Is that part of the spell, so that once the spell is finished, it goes? This is entirely up to you.
Yeah. I think it fades away,
Okay.
but it leaves like a slight hint of a remnant. So it's not something you see a whole thing, but there's like a slight little blemish left that, given that there's no proper mirrors, he'll maybe never see himself, you know. Someone who knew him really well would be like, oh, did you bump yourself, or did something happen there? But
A little birthmark.
I'll caveat that slightly, but no, that kind of that works. So for the duration of the spell, the ink stays. So when
Yeah.
you're writing on your hand, on a piece of paper, or whatever it is that you're trying to do,
Yeah.
the ink stays. And then it'll fade between a few rounds in a scene once the
Yeah.
spell has completely finished. And then after that point, there won't be a blemish. Because otherwise, it won't fit with the mechanics of how magic works within the setting. But it also means that people are going to be able to realize that there's someone forming magic and they're leaving a tell behind.
And then you get
And
that
it could all
feedback.
link it all to you.
Yeah.
Yes, it would generate feedback because that's not natural. Okay, brilliant. Great. 10 to 10. So I'm going to quickly wrap up this little bit. So next morning, after a proper no dreaming, pleasant sleep, you wake up, you do the other half of the tours with the quarry masters, the brothers stick with you. If you do any inquiries with the innkeep to see if the brothers left the rooms, they said, oh no, not this time. No, for a change, they actually stayed in. A few drinks downstairs, enjoyed the meal, blah, 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 blah. You all head out. You see the quarry master, the third and fourth quarry master. Again, you do not see the face that you saw in his thoughts. You are not seeing the quarry master. As Ken pointed out before, every quarry master wants to do the hard sell. They expect you after a couple of hours touring, showing the wares, blah, 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 the costs, who's going to cover the cost of transport, yada, yada, yada. They expect you both to sign up so that they can get masonry prepared for you, so you can then collect it on your return visit. There'll be like a promissory note so that if you don't return to pick it up, there's like an insurance on the investment, blah, blah, blah. They're all expecting you both to make these signatures. Do you sign anything?
No, I think we're still looking. I really want to make sure that we got the right deal, and I think this is a great
We have
deal.
to bring this information back to Venice, and the treasury there is going to look at what we come back with, and then we'll come back with some further. We'll come back to sign the contracts.
And you know,
what
we're
they do
still
then-
we might even keep going and looking into Istria, because I feel like they got some good stone over there as well. But if I have do I have any ties to family back here? I mean, because that's kind of the thing. Like, because my family's from this area, like I feel like if I can get my family involved, then I get a little kickback. Does that make sense? Like a little
Kickback from who?
From like if all this money from my family who are minors and does that make sense?
Yeah, okay. I mean, your family's not one of the quarry masters that they...
Yeah, no, I mean, but they work.
they've
And
picked out.
if I pick a quarry master that is related with my family, then they would get the benefits. Because part of the reason I don't have any money, even though I have a full job, is that I send all the money back to my mom, and
The reason...
Right now, we're with the brothers.
Yep.
Yeah.
Well, the two brothers are with you with each quarry master that you turn down. If you want paperwork, the quarry masters will quickly write up this amount for this much. This is how long it will take to get there, to get to Venice. None of them, unless you're like... they won't send to Carrara because it will cost far too much to get it sent across the Adriatic, up the river, and if any ship sinks, it's gone. They would lose everything, and the risk increases with every mile or whatever the distance is over measured overseas. So you get the papers, blah, 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 blah. The gist of the matter is that when you've done all the talking, when you've got your paperwork, you've not agreed to anything, the brothers say, well, if you want, we're heading back. We've got what we want. We're heading back to Padua. You can come with us if you want. But since you're coming back empty-handed and you need to go back to Venice, then it'll be a bit of a detour for you to head to Padua. So we can travel with you, provide you with safety.
I feel like we need to get to
Along.
Treviso.
I'm going to throw something out there when we're talking with them, because I just found, I hadn't seen this. I had written a note from when my thing worked, which was a name called Tamas. I have next to Overlord.
That's the quarry master. Yeah. That was. Hold on.
Have we met Tamas?
Double check. Nope. No.
Right.
Hold on. He is an NPC. I am checking what I've written about him. Yes, Tamas Benedek. Yeah, he is the quarry master. You've seen a face. You've seen, like in the thoughts, you heard the name. You saw a face. Of the four quarry masters that you've seen, none of them have that face or that name. Okay. So you can only presume that the fifth quarry master.
I'm going to say, Tamas. So Daucus has told me through his contacts here in Udine that he knew of another quarry master who has some interesting product that I think that Venice would like to know about. I think his name, was it Tamas Benedict? I believe he's someone I've heard the name. I don't really know much about him, but I have heard that he could be a useful contact for Venice.
Yeah, we've bought rock from him in the past. He didn't have any available this time. The brothers look at each other, they shrug and says, "Yeah, we can take you to him if you wish."
Let's do that one final one before we head back to Venice, so we can report on what we've found and hopefully come back before too long and do some deals.
Okay, brilliant. Despite the brothers showing no resistance to the suggestion, you do get, both of you get the impression that they are trying to delay or distract, or ultimately they don't want you to meet this guy, but they can't refuse because otherwise it would just arouse suspicion. So they take you to meet Tamas. Tamas is the face, is the person in their dream, in Marcelio's unconsciousness. And they just do exactly the same spiel. He says, welcome. Surprised to see you two here. This is to the brothers. He says, I wasn't expecting you for another month or so. And the two goes, well, we weren't, but we've bought possible business for you. And he says, oh, excellent. He rubs his hands. This is during the day. He rubs his hands. So, excellent. So, how can I help you with what you want? The brothers at this point then kind of said, well, our work here is finished. We need to head back. This is another delay. We're already down by 6-7 hours, which is truthful because they would have left the first light. Now it's like 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock. And they said, our business here is complete. Hopefully we'll see you next month, Tamas. And the rest of you, good fortune, and I hope you find the rock that you're after, Carrara. And then they head off. And then Tamas says, right, this is our rock. I mean, you guys are now bored of rock. You had 4 to 5 hours yesterday. Now you're doing 7 or 8 hours. Rocks have never been so dull now after like 12 hours of intense rock observation. But yeah, another hard sell. What you're after, the costs, who, when, where, blah, 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 blah. Here, surprised that someone from Carrara would go this far, but he feels honoured that Udine quarries are the best in the world, better than Istria, blah, 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 blah. What do you two want to do? It's still daytime.
Still daytime.
It's late. It's about 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock.
3 o'clock, 4 o'clock. So, it's been a really interesting mission. We found out that these brothers are doing a lot of business here. It seems like, I'm surprised that that Padua has even the budget to buy this much stone, but must be good business for you.
Oh, I know. I don't talk about other people's business. If the next person came in and asked me questions about you and you, my lord, no. I'm just, you're here to buy rocks, you're here to buy masonry.
For sure, yeah.
Then are you buying the masonry or what?
I understand. Daucus, have you got anything?
I'm not really entirely sure why we're here. What is there?
Yeah.
Is this? Did you gotta? I mean, it's your guy that you're
Right.
talking about. I don't even remember. I don't remember hearing about this. He wasn't on my list.
I think I might have asked this before, but I can't remember what the answer was. Is there any way for me to tell if someone else is a red hand or an initiate or has any powers? Is there?
There are ways, but they're very obscure.
Okay.
So there is no one. As a starting character, there's no way for you to know intrinsically by looking at someone. But there are abilities out there that need to be discovered or taught by powerful people.
Okay.
But even then, it's not. It's
you don't
not
just
commonplace.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know. Vampire
Just like yeah. There's and it works both ways. It's very rare for a severed soul to be able to go, oh, you're a severed soul. It's only through reputation, through word of mouth, that people learn about other people.
What I might do is I might start. Remember back when we were in Florence and we were with the White Company. I mean, that was a hell of a trip, wasn't it? That was just we were out there. I can't believe some of the things I saw when we were fighting the Duke of Milan. It was the craziest thing. There were these snakes, and they.
I am sure it's a fascinating story, but I am here. I thought you were here to buy my goods. I am busy. It is only because of the brothers, and I respect them, that I took time away to spend with you. But if there's no deal, please let me know, and I can go back to my work.
Do you deal anything other than?
Prices look good, so we want to take that back to the treasury in Venice, and they'll be making some very large orders soon. Yep.
I do hope so. He heads off. Even his tent, he goes to a table, starts making notes. It takes them a long time. It takes each of them a long time to write up.
Okay, can I? While he's doing that, can I pull?
Yeah, of course.
So why exactly? What is this? You asked for this guy. What was special about it? Is this the guy?
Oh, so back in the previous session, I can't remember exactly what was happening, but I did, when I did my spell the first time to see into the thoughts of one of the brothers, I can never remember which one, I did a very good roll and I got some flashes of information. And one was the word overlord, and it was associated with this Tamas guy.
Okay.
I got a flash of face in his thoughts, and it was something he seemed kind of agitated about, or, that somehow, that was in his thoughts. So I don't know what it means other than it seemed significant.
What do you think if we just say overlord to the fella up here, see if he knows anything? I mean, if the brothers take off, I mean, what harm could it do? It's like, you guys know the overlord. Don't mean to be pushing, kind of just kind of throw it up in casual conversation. What do you think about that? I mean, if it's something that's bugging you, because I can kind of tell.
Rumors of some guy who calls himself the overlord around these parts.
Yeah, I think that's the kind of thing you could say and see what happens. Yeah. Why not?
Okay. Scribbling away. Yada, yada, yada.
Yeah,
Scribble.
So, and, we've met a lot of the quarry masters, and there's interesting product here, and we're trying to get a sense of, also, if Venice is going to put in some major contracts with this town, they really need to know who's important, who's running the show. Heard some rumor somewhere that there was some guy who calls himself the Overlord. I don't know what that means, but certainly, like I say, the treasury and the military that are coordinating this infrastructure campaign have told us to find out what's happening here before we start signing these major contracts.
Okay, right. Okay. I need to know your savvy, both of you.
Savvy. Okay,
it's a defense.
Yeah. I've got 3 guile and 1 savvy.
So -5. -5. Okay, right. Okay, I get to roll. Have I given him any stats? He is. Okay.
He's socially attacking us, and it did not work out well for me the last time. I got my social ass kicked. It's what, like, socially. I don't know if you noticed this, Adrian, but Daucus is not very social.
Kind of straight down the line.
Straight down the line.
Right.
I think I play him well.
If there was a response, neither of you picked up. All you get from him, from that, is scribble, scribble, scribble. You start your talk, blah, 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 and he slows down to listen, so he's clearly listening. And then you mention Overlord, his pace does not change.
If he does that, then I would say something like, I would say something like, Overlord, that's just a myth. That doesn't mean nothing. I didn't think it meant nothing. I mean, I grew up here, and I'd never heard it, the Overlord before. I mean, I think that's just
his scribbling goes back to a normal pace at this point. You can tell he's not listening anymore.
Good.
He does one copy, finishes off the second, and he turns around and says, "Go. Take this to your overlords, or whoever they are of Venice, and if you wish to purchase my materials, please come back." He says, "Please come back to you, Pietro." He kind of doesn't look at Daucus. And he says, though he does say to Daucus, rock is rock. If you want to reinforce and rebuild Carrara, he writes down a name actually on another piece of paper. He says, I recommend there's just outside Bologna. Yeah.
Oh, that's a lot closer than Udine.
Yes, yeah. He is the person you should go for rock. I don't know what silliness has brought you out this distance, but I recommend him. Good deals. Tell him Tamas sent you. I've
been a lord, or I've been a noble for about a year and a half now, and so this is all new to me. Like I just want to make sure I do the best job I can.
Both of you see him. He has to bite his lip before, instead of saying something, and he goes, Right, please go. I am busy. Right, you then when you head back to where the brothers were, the carts are all gone.
Yeah.
You are-
I think. So, what were you expecting? Something different from that conversation? That was kind of.
I mean,
You saw this guy, right?
Well, I
Like
knew,
this guy
yeah.
was notable in your
This guy.
head.
So
What do you think? We just stick around and
they
follow him?
seem to be-
We know where the
I
brothers
think
are going.
we could, yeah. I think that's a good idea. We can wait. If it's late in the afternoon, I would assume that like a quarry worker would finish. I mean, he's not a labourer, but yeah, the quarry probably closes up right? They start those jobs early in the morning and then finish up early.
He is the foreman,
Yeah.
but he works like 14, 15 hours, and then he just sleep there. So if you stick around to follow him, his routine consists of working until nighttime, having something to eat with some of his men, and then going to sleep in his hut. Sunrise, he's already up and about, and he's working. He's get everyone else up, blah 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 blah, that sort of thing. It's yes. So, is there anything else that you wanted to do? Because there's something I want to discuss with you out of character, but because it's a play test, I think it's relevant.
Oh, well, yeah. I mean, I was the only thing as I would talk to my mom about the Undertaker and see if she ever heard of any guy or the Overlord.
Overlord. Sure. Yeah. Right, we can cut to that scene very quickly. In a nutshell, your mum is over the moon to see you. She can't believe how well you've done. Pietro, your boy in. Yeah, given food, drink. Everyone starts talking about little Daucus. He was the smallest kid in the village. Now he's the biggest man. Blah blah blah. He's a lord. No one can believe it. There's the father can't quite believe it. Says, "What have you done? What have you done? A lord? Give over. No way."
Dad, you're alive.
Wow, he's so proud.
I didn't think you were alive. I thought you died when I was a little kid. This is
right.
so weird. Oh my God, Dad!
I don't know. Anyways, obviously, so all right. Your older brother.
Yeah, right.
Uncle. Yeah.
Uncle.
Yeah, older brother, uncle, whatever. Yeah. None of them have heard this term overlord. An overlord's just not a term used. I mean, they have this various lords. Like Udine is controlled by someone who has affiliations with Hungary and Croatia. It used to belong to the native family of that area, but he was exiled and his family had to escape to Treviso. But they're still there. It doesn't look like they're ever going to come back. The whole notion of overlord, don't know, no idea.
Well, clearly,
is there anything? Are there any things that are, troubling to the people? Things that are maybe rumors about things or things that are happening that people are worried about in the town?
No. General consensus is they would rather have their old lords back, but since they were defeated and pushed out by the Austrians or the Holy Roman Empire, vassal lords, whatever, they know it's not going to happen. And things haven't turned out as bad as they'd feared. It's the whole thing of you lose something and then you get used to it not being there, and after a while you just think, well, okay, I'll just move on with life. And it's been so long since the true Lord of Udine has been in the area that they're just used to things are never going to go back to as it was, blah blah blah.
Well, Pietro, I mean, I feel like we're just climbing up a tree and we keep falling back down. funny thing is, we got that other mission in Istria. Like, what? We know these guys are scamming. I feel like you got the real, the documentation to prove it. I feel like that mission is over. I mean, I don't know, but outside of what we could do here is in Udine is maybe do what I used to do, and we just kind of walk the streets at night and see if we can get into the underworld. Maybe we could find the overlord. Either that or like I said, we're close to Istria and we could go and find that missing person that Lady Carrara Carrara of Padua, and maybe she would have some kind of idea of who the underworld was, and she was in Istria, in Perenzio.
Yeah. I mean, the only last thing I can think of would be that we sneak around the quarry, Tomas's quarry, late tonight and see if we can find anything. Maybe I can get into his mind and see if I can find anything out.
Yeah, I mean, I think that's fair.
Ideas.
See if they're up to some nefarious rock quarrying or something. And yeah, if you got that mind thingy, is that what you were doing to me with the pen? That was so strange. That's like a whole thing.
I was just trying to make sure that you're okay and safe. That's all. I was worried.
Yeah. Yeah, well, let's try your thing, and if nothing comes of it, let's go to Istria. I feel like we're pretty close. We'll just head down.
That's right.
Yep.
So I'm going to wait till Oh, go on.
No. So it's now evening. By the time you come back from the village where Daucus is from, it's like 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock in the morning.
Okay.
You can head towards the quarry if you want, Thomas's quarry, or do you want to wait until another time?
No, I head towards Thomas's quarry because after tonight, if we don't find anything, I think we head to this other place.
So you get to the quarry. It's huge. They have like 4 guards. No, I'll say 6 that just circle the perimeter. There is no way that 6 guards can guard this place. It's more of a token gesture to other people that this place is under surveillance. You're not getting in.
Mm-hmm.
But you reckon even with no stealth, you could probably get yourself in there if you time it well. However, once you're in the quarry, you don't know the layout that well, and the only thing that you're worried about is you could be seen or heard. So sneaking in, I'll give you the roll.
Mm-hmm.
But once you're in there, it's going to be really tricky unless you can think of a way of mitigating the difficulty. Because as you can imagine, there are tall wooden towers at the center of this quarry. The quarry is shaped like a bath, where it's a steep cliff down one side, and then it rises up, and then kind of lifts back up again. And so they're obviously digging in one direction, and within the pit, the quarry itself, there are various towers, and littered around the edge of the pit, you have the huts that people live in, and then beyond the huts is this perimeter where you'll have this a few trees, a fence, an outhouse over here, another outhouse over there. You've got your 6 guards walking around. That's 6 different points. You've got your stables just tucked in one side, carts. It's kind of everything that wouldn't be used in the quarry. It is outside the permanent buildings. So getting in past the perimeter of the guards is easy. You'll get there. Even Daucus could do it. It's nighttime,
I'm
and there's
about
plenty
as
of cover.
stealthy
It's
as a
just... It's pitch
it.
black. You're okay.
Paint.
But once you get inside, and you're moving between...
Well, I do have an idea, Pietro. We could have the other guys.
hut.
We could have the other guys maybe not right at the quarry entrance or anything, but down the way a bit. I would imagine this is a pretty spacious area. They could be having a party, and maybe that would be a little bit distraction. While you and we could go into the mines ourselves and scout around. What do you think about that?
Yeah, like they could
as I said
be
before,
drunk and be wandering around singing and being loud.
Yeah,
to
singing
create
and having a big time, but not on the property, just away down the way,
Yeah.
just to be like loud, maybe have a big bonfire or something. Just really being obnoxious. I mean, I know Matteo would love that.
There's two stages then, really.
Yeah.
First stage is getting in beyond the perimeter. As I've said, you're fine. You can get in there. Once you're inside, the problem is trying to find the right hut without being seen. That will take time. And a distraction would only help you get in and not find without being seen.
Well,
That's what Alfredo says.
Alfredo, you're just such a good advisor. That's why I keep you around.
we sneak in. I think I can probably sneak around and find the hut. I'm good at that. And you can be kind of on watch, find a good spot.
Yeah, I could.
If we run into a big problem, perhaps a large bear would be a distraction, and that bear could probably escape. And as that bear is being chased away, I can probably get out.
Yeah, that could work, just as long as nobody saw me. Like out of character, is that a thing? Could I turn into a bear if nobody knew it was me, and then
Yeah.
be a big distraction?
So it's there being a bear, half man in the middle of the night isn't a problem. They would just see a bear because they would rationalize it. Oh, it's a big bear.
Yeah.
It's too dark for them to say, hold on, that bear has facial features of a man. That sort of thing. They will see a bear because it's dark. The problem that you had before, where people realized that you weren't normal, was because they saw you change from human into the hybrid form. So if you got changed out of sight and then ran in, there's no feedback because there's no witnesses. You haven't done anything to make the people think, what the fuck is going on here? And that's the general rule of thumb.
I could just run away.
Yep.
Or you could just run away. Yeah. So
I could just run away. Oh, there are people. Oh shit! I gotta get out of here.
So yeah, you could turn into a bear and rampage through.
I don't know.
Yeah. Well, let's hold on to that. And we'll see how that is. What I'll do is, like, I'll watch, and if you hear a bear, I'll do the change, and then make a big commotion while those guys are partying, just to And if it looks like you're in trouble, I'll make a lot of noise and those guys might come and help, and we'll see what's happening. But yeah, you go and investigate, and I'll just watch out for you. And the big alert thing will be, you'll hear a bear just yell, and that'll get everybody just really aware of what's going on.
I get away under the cloud of that distraction.
Yeah.
Right.
Oh yeah, that's what could go wrong.
What is this? What is step one? What is the first thing that you're doing? And this is to accomplish getting beyond the perimeter?
Well, if it's a
I'm looking for a spot where, it's like, well, you said we could get in pretty easily. So I guess I'm looking
Yes. Yeah.
for a spot that's not right at the front, but somewhere around the side where there's some bushes and it's not a really good line of sight from the lookouts. And I'm going to try and sneak in there and try to, make my way towards where I think the foreman's kind of hut is, if I know that. Or at least
You don't know where the hut is.
Okay.
Oh, you know where his tent is, but not his hut. So,
Okay. Well, maybe I'll start with the tent because he's probably not there to see if there's any documents or anything there that's of interest. Yeah.
Okay. As I said, getting in is fine. You managed to, so you're by yourself, you managed to slip in between the patrol, between two guards. They're so spaced out and they're not really interested. They're not really looking. They're not alert. So they're not really alert. So you managed to get in. You get past that. You go towards the edge of the bathtub which is the quarry. So you imagine it's a wide, flat bathtub. Along the edges, you have these towers, and the towers are used to hoist the rocks straight from the quarry face all the way up to this level, which they'd put onto carts, and then they're rolled away, that sort of thing. In this area is also the huts. The tent is actually down in the quarry.
Okay.
Because that's where the rocks are. That's where all the work gets done. But the living quarters, the huts for all the hundreds of people, are on ground level, on the outside. So you're approaching the huts area. You don't know which one's the quarry master's hut. You do know that there is a quick route down into the quarry because there are ladders, and you could easily take one of the ladders that you were shown. But you will need to make a stealth roll because you are passing through the huts down the ladder.
Well, let's try that.
Or if you want to investigate the huts, it would be another roll. So there's a huts or head to the quarry?
I guess I'll start with the tent because there's no one around there, so it seems like that's going to be the easiest place to start.
Okay. No problem. Right. You head through the huts.
Yep.
Can I have a now, at what point does the party start, and at what point is the bear released? Because this is important, because at the moment the guards are not alert. They have no reason to be looking for anything.
Well, I think the bear is like our emergency thing for like.
Yeah, if I hear commotion going on, because I'm just kind of at an overlook, or something that's kind of just looking over the whole. Like quarries are usually. Is it like a? Bill just said we're getting caught.
Needs to find a spot where he has good vantage point, but is like got some rocks or something that he can kind of semi-hide behind, something like that. Right?
I'll find a hiding space.
Okay, so Ken, from you, can I get an attention, a stealth ambush, because you're getting into a position where you're ready to do something, and Pietro, can I get a control, stealth, hide or stalk? It's up to you.
Yep, I've got.
Actually, I'll stay hide.
Okay, yep, I've got 1 in hide, and 3 in stealth. So I've got control. I've got 2, so that's 4 dice, and I keep 3 of those, and I get a +5.
Brilliant.
Okay. I really wish I had a camera on it because I've got 2 10s, so I keep all these. Oh, so what do I do? Because I keep
They're just gonna
3,
see me.
I just keep everything. So 29 plus 4, 33, plus 5, 38.
Okay. I'm going to check if I've made any notes for any particular difficulty. 1 second. No, let's say I'm just minus 10. Okay, so that's 20. Full success. You get to the ladder. You get down the head down. You go really slow. This thing is very noisy. It's not the sight, it's the sound. That's the problem here. This takes you quite a while, unless you want to use speed. Meanwhile, Daucus, how long are you waiting? What is your trigger sign exactly? Because he's vanished out of sight. It's been 20 minutes. There isn't anything going on that you can hear. How long do you wait?
That's for you,
Daucus.
Oh, I'm sorry. I was talking to Bill. He's making fun of us.
No, I was saying, how long do you wait, Daucus?
I will. I mean, I feel like I would wait, but I'm not going in. I'm just kind of staying out of sight. I might even. Are the guards huddled up, or are they just kind of walking around?
It's 6 guards walking evenly around the perimeter.
Yeah, I'm not going to go on the inside of the perimeter. The whole idea is for the party to be over there, and I'm like another party, like out of sight on the other side, you know.
Once the party gets a going, the guards, they don't move from the perimeter, but they are on the lookout. Because if there's a party, chances are it'll be trouble. It could be bandits, it could be anything. So they are now on alert. They are now actively looking, but they are not leaving the perimeter.
Right. So I'm just hiding behind a big tree, waiting to turn into a
How long
bear.
are you waiting? What are you waiting for?
Well, if one of the guards, like if the guards like start to run in or react in some way, that's when I'm gonna turn into a bear.
Okay. Right, no problem. Bear in mind,
Otherwise, I'm just gonna sit there in the dark, like looking. I'm not going in anywhere.
No, that's fine.
I'm about as stealthy as a, you know. I'm not stealthy.
Yep, no, that's fine. Bearing in mind, of the 6 guards, you can only ever see 2 at a time. It's dark,
that's fine.
And their perimeter is huge. Okay,
sure.
Pietro, you are now at the bottom of the quarry. You've been doing this. It's been about 40 minutes that Daucus has been waiting. You're at the bottom of the quarry. You're pretty sure you haven't made a single sound from that ladder. You head over to the tent. You can hear people talking. And you kind of duck down, you have a look around, and you think it's not from the quarry master's tent, but there are people talking, discussing things at a further point to your left. The tent that you're after is directly in front of you. It's about 50 yards away. This conversation's off to your left towards the center of the quarry. You can't see who's talking. There's tents, there's boulders, lots of cover around here. They're not getting any closer. It's not getting any further away. What do you do?
Can I want to slowly move closer to the talking to see if I can get close enough to hear what they're saying.
Yep. It's nighttime.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Yes, you do. You get to a boulder. What's your overlooked?
I've got 3 for stealth and I've got 1 for overlooked.
Okay. Right. 4 dice again. Taking -5 off.
So I'm rolling under control, am I?
No, I'm rolling. No,
Oh, okay.
I'm rolling.
You're rolling, okay.
So whenever I need an outcome and I don't want you to know how well I've rolled, I'll make a roll and I apply your defense.
Okay.
So your overlooked is knocked off my roll,
Okay.
just as when you're doing the same to my characters. Right.
Okay.
There's a brief pause in the talking, and for a split second you're thinking, shit, they know I'm here, and then they start talking, and then you realise that they were just having a joke, and one was realising what the lewd punchline was to the joke. They're just talking. You're not sure why they're down here. They're not working. They're just, maybe they're guards, maybe they're on look, but they're not doing a good job.
Okay. So I'm going to try and get to the tent then.
Okay. You won't know how bad I rolled there. Right, you get to the tent. Inside the tent, it's the same layout. It's dark though. There's no candles. There's no torches. What are you doing? There is light from outside. If you reckon if you bring papers out, the moon is bright enough to just make out, but then you'd have to leave the tent and then be on open view for anyone to see. That's the risk that you're gonna have to take.
What have I got? Nothing.
Meanwhile, meanwhile, Daucus, you notice that one of the guards near to you gets fed up. He shouts over to one of the guards and says, "I'm going to see what the effing hell that's on about. I'm gonna..." Draws a sword. "I'm gonna tell them to F off. They shouldn't be here." Right. And then he storms off past you in the dark towards the campfire, the party. He's gone for about 15 minutes. The campfire is put out, and the guy comes back.
He killed all our guys? Oh shit. We better fucking run. What does Matteo do when the guy comes? I asked Bill because Bill's on the chat. No, Bill's on the chat. He's not on here. He's on the chat. What does Matteo do?
Well, do you know what? If he was actually on here, he has perhaps one of the best avatars for this sort of scenario. Is he not going to join? How long has he been waiting for? He's on the chat. Man.
He's on the chat on the YouTube as Chess with Bill, and he's watching, but he's not participating. He's being funny.
Well,
I kind of asked him like, what would he do? He's not saying much. So like, if a guy comes and says you got to stop partying, like, I just can't imagine Matteo's gonna be like, you stop partying. That's my impression is that they would just, or if they packed up, they would pack up and go somewhere else. But I don't think that he would pack up. I think he would just be like, he'd make a bigger deal of it.
We'll never know. He's not here anyway. Right.
It's true. It's true.
15 minutes. The guy comes back really, really annoyed. The campfire has died down.
Believe it.
Pietro, what are you doing?
Well, I'm going to, look through...
Is there anything that you're looking for?
Well,
Matteo said Bill said he would go and turn into a bunch of beetles and go check on
I
some
guess
shit
what I'm looking
out in the
for
tent.
is something that looks like it's it's not meant to be found. So, it's not the things that are out on the table on top, but if there's anything kind of that's been, hidden away somehow behind other things, that's like, in a pocket or under a drawer, something like that.
You find plenty of documents. The only documents that stand out to you are documents relating to purchases and sales, or sales to the brothers da Carrara. You have to kind of sneak out, moonlight. Yeah. Oh, I can see that. Yeah. Right. Okay. Yes. You go back. You do that. You do that for about an hour and a half, all the while keeping an ear out for the useless guards who just kind of blah 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 blah, not looking, not paying any attention. Can you ask Bill, Ken?
Oh yeah.
Because Bill never got back to me to spend experience. Would he like the ability to be able to spy through his beetles in separate groups?
He said, he kind of said as much. Oh no, he's here. He just showed up. He was like, I got you.
Oh, all right. Yeah, I've had it on as I've been doing my rehearsal bullshit, and
okay.
I'm getting my food on right now.
You got your mukbang happening. You're gonna spy on him with some beetles.
So with your avatar as a horde, there's different ways you can use it. You can use it as a combat creature, which swarms and devours the enemy, or you can use it as like a spy. Mm-hmm. The way you'd use it as a spy is you can split your horde, your colony of beetles, into separate cohorts, and then send out the cohorts to scout. And then another feature of your avatar could allow you to see through the eyes of your beetles, and you can imagine having the perspective of a spider where your vision is multifaceted. Your consciousness will have a facet for each one of these cohorts.
Lord.
So you could split your consciousness up and spread out and search multiple areas at the same time. Is that something that you would be interested in?
Yeah.
It's up to you. You could use it right now.
Yeah, I mean, what else do you do with a bunch of beetles? We graze on the forest. No, yeah, I send up my droves of beetles, and
they could go and find where Tamas is, where his hut is.
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you need a bit of a recap to know what's going on? Why?
No. I've had this on for I haven't been in the room the whole time, but I've talked the highlights.
Okay. So
the brothers are pieces.
What is it?
They're totally savvy. They can't be swayed. We got some guards, kind of pseudo sort of on our side. We've bribed or whatever. Obviously bullshit's going on. We're trying to find out more information before we fuck off.
Yeah. It's hopefully obvious that the brothers got spooked with the scenario of 4 heroes of Venice coming out all this way to collect rock.
Yeah.
One of them being a Lord of Carrara, which is freaking miles away. So the slightest hint of suspicion, they've just went, right, the meeting isn't going ahead.
Yeah.
But with the perseverance of Pietro and Daucus, they've managed to keep pushing.
No.
They've met.
No way. No way.
So at the moment, they're trying to find anything from Tamas in relation to this overlord.
Right now, they're trying to find anything. Right on. They're trying to get anything. Awesome. Yeah, I turned into a fuckload of beetles. Send out little beetle guys They scuttle, John. They scuttle.
They do scuttle. They scuttle. Right. So your body is replaced by the beetles,
Bullshit.
and then you split your colony into cohorts, and they go off in different directions.
Great.
I'm just double checking something.
I'm not going to tell anybody I'm doing this. I just.
No, you've just vanished. You've just gone out into the woods to have a wee, and then you haven't come back.
Oh yeah,
Right,
so that's
okay.
so it was it was the other characters that like Alfredo, like because I couldn't imagine Matteo would have backed down from this guard that was like, you gotta stop partying, like, so that must have happened when you stepped away, because it just didn't make any sense to me. It was
Yeah. I'll be taking. I'll be pitching the old medieval loaf in the forest.
You see this guard go up to Alfredo
Matteo?
and
What is Matteo's attention? Do you have your character sheet with you?
Yeah, I'm opening it up right now.
Yeah.
Lemon tapestry. It's a lemon okay, attention is 4. Or 2.
Oh, right.
Rank 2.
You got right. So your cohort splits into your colony splits into 2 cohorts.
Cool.
It's the number of cohorts you can create is equal to your attention, so you would need to increase your attention to do it. The distance that you can travel between your cohorts is a mile.
Oh, it's a mile. Okay.
So,
well,
okay.
I take 1 cohort, and I guess go down into the quarry.
Yep. You scuttle along. You see Pietro going through papers. You see him head out to have a look, shake his head, puts it back, gets another piece of paper, heads out into the moonlight, goes, interesting.
How many beetles are we talking about? Just
dozens and dozens and dozens.
Like dozens? Or are we talking like hundreds?
Dozens to hundreds.
As in, like, if someone were to look down and see these beetles, would they be like, God damn, that's a lot of beetles?
Yes.
Okay.
If they can see them.
Yeah. I'm gonna, wherever Pietro is, I'm gonna just sort of surround him and wait.
Where's your second cohort going?
Sneak up and just sit there kind of in the shadows and just encircle him and wait.
and chirp menacingly in the background.
Chitter. The second one will go and I guess investigate, because he's down in the quarry, right?
Yeah. But where people are resting will be in the huts that's on the ground level.
I'll go there too and see what's going on.
Sure. You sweep through. You know what Tamas, the quarry master, looks like. It takes you about 30, 40 minutes to creak through the cracks in each hut and go, nope, that's not him. Move on to the next one. Nope, and so on and so on. And then eventually you do find Tamas. He's pacing backwards and forwards. Obviously troubled by something. And in his hand, he's got a paper. It's a letter that's been folded up. In the hut, in a metal oven, it's lit. It's where a lot of the light's coming from. He's got lanterns over on the other side. So it's quite well lit. So when you've come in through the cracks, you're kind of like huddled in the shadows around the oven. He's going backwards and forwards. He puts the letter down, folds his arms, and mutters something along the lines of, one second. Overlord, indeed.
Do I have to reconstitute the two beetle groups to
Nope.
be able to BAMF?
All you need is at least, because going back to your original question, the number of beetles is equal to the number of fatigue points that you have. So every time for your horde, your health track for your horde is your fatigue.
Okay.
And when you've got high enough attention, you can split into 3, 4, 5. Each group must have at least 10 fatigue attached to it for you to reconstitute, because you can be spread out in anywhere in a mile diameter, a mile radius, that sort of thing. So technically, you could choose one of X number of places within a mile of each other and then just suddenly appear, so long as the cohort that you want to appear from or replace has at least 10 fatigue attached to it.
Okay. What I'm gonna do then? Well, I'm surrounded. I have surrounded Pietro.
Oh, that's the second cohort. Yes.
Yeah, Pietro.
Yeah.
In the shadow. You hear it chittering. Oh no.
Bearing in mind, before you do anything drastic, when you reappear, both cohorts will vanish.
Yeah.
Yeah. If you appear, you lose both cohorts and you replace one of them.
Sure. Yeah. So 15, 20 feet away from you, on all sides, you hear this.
What the fuck is that?
And the bugs kind of move in. It's hundreds of beetles, and they kind of stop and look at you. Then they recede into the darkness.
I think I better get out of here. This doesn't seem good.
Yeah, I guess he's probably not seen you do this before. He doesn't know what he's looking
I
at.
don't think anybody knows. I'll leave Tomas's thing. I'll scoot back to where Daucus is. Behind it.
Before you go,
Yeah, go on.
just as you're deciding to leave Tamas's hut, Tamas flings the paper into the fire.
Okay.
He flings the letter into the oven.
Can I
Turns around and heads out.
Can I beetle over before it burns entirely and get 10 beetles or
Yeah. Can I get a
little beetle eyes?
It's Beatlemania.
Beatlemania. Don't you forget it. I just need to check something. 1 second.
I'm just gonna say it's Beatles the whole game. That's all. I'll just be in like a bag that Daucus carries around.
I think that sounds like a good idea. I'll just be the carrier of you.
That's a D8.
Just a heads up, I have to leave in about 20 past 3, so in just under half an hour.
Yeah, I gotta probably start heading soon.
Tamas leaves. Unfortunately, because you're behind the oven, the beetles wouldn't be able to, because your beetles have to plunge themselves into the fire, which would then kill them.
Yeah.
But you have options.
Okay. Well, I'll go into his room, reconstitute, and pull it out of the fire.
Okay. Could I get a... Well, what's your... I'm trying to figure out. Right. Can I get a speed athletics run? Because you're having to dash and plunge your hand into the fire.
Okay. Right. My speed is 6. There's a 10. That's nothing. What was that? 1, 2, 3, 4. Right. So it's a 32, 37.
Excellent. Brilliant. You managed to pull out the letter, only about a quarter of it's burned. Yeah. Your hand's a little bit singed, but you've managed to save most of it. When you unfold it, you are able to make out a letter. The problem is, it's written in a language that
I don't really.
that you haven't.
Yeah,
You haven't seen before.
I'm not really the person who's going to read this. I kind of take a quick look,
okay.
fold it up, stick it in my pants, turn it a bunch of beetles.
Sure, no problem. Great. So, as soon as... Right. You'd spend another 10 mana. I think you got plenty. You then scuttle out. Pietro, what do you do now that you've been haunted by beetles?
Well, prior to that, I hadn't found anything of any note.
Except for documents relating to the purchase of
Right.
stone, but because you're just picking, just because you're picking up anything to do with the Carrara, you're not able to see what's in each document. You're just looking. The Carrara, that's fine. If it's got Marcelio, that's fine. If it's got Uberino, that's fine. You're just gathering anything. You haven't had a chance to fully read it because it's too dark. And then you've also just been jump scared by beetles.
Okay. This seems like a waste of time, and I think I don't know what those beetles were, but they don't seem like a normal thing. And in the past, that's meant something bad's going to happen. So I think it's time to sneak out of here. I don't think I'm getting anywhere.
Do you take the papers with you that you've collected?
I mean, that's going to... I mean, I guess it's more information on those brothers. They won't know who's stolen them, but... I mean, no, I don't think I would take them. I think they just seem like standard contract stuff. It's not...
Sure. No
If
problem.
anything didn't stand out as weird, then no.
As you retrace your steps, you notice like threats written in the dirt. Like things about you, like watch your back.
I definitely have to get out of here then. I don't know.
Yep. Pietro hightailed it up that ladder as quietly as possible. Right. Daucus, meanwhile, is waiting. There's been no alarm, no calamity, so you are still unchanged. You've been waiting for about an hour and 10 minutes. At some point you were drifting off and then you woke up again. But sure enough, a slightly rattled Pietro comes out of the shadows and into your sight. Pietro, when you get beyond the perimeter and you're safe. You can just see the outline of where you left Daucus.
Out of
Daucus.
my dreams,
Um,
into my chariot. Into
what? Right. So, what are you guys doing?
I'm a bunch of beetles.
Okay, I think we've got to get out of here. There's something unnatural in that quarry.
Yeah.
Maybe it's a sign that there really is something going on here.
Did you get any information? I mean,
I didn't find out anything, but there were these.
You didn't find anything.
Remember the snakes? Remember the snakes from?
Yeah, the snakes.
Yeah.
They were.
Well,
it was-
there are beetles here, and they're not normal beetles.
yeah, beetles are not scary. Even they're not even a little bit scary.
Yeah.
I'm not afraid of beetles.
There's a whole lot of them. They came out at the same time, and then they disappeared.
You know, they
So I
start
think-
messing with you. You just stomp on them, and it's not a big deal. Just a beetle or two. It's clearly the sanitary conditions of this place. They just, you know, something died down there, and they're covering it up. Clearly, there's a conspiracy if there's all kinds of beetles down there.
I don't know, I think we should.
What's Matteo doing?
Matteo stays in beetle form in the darkness, listening to them, and he follows them at a distance. And when Daucus goes to sleep, he covers Daucus in beetles. In a horde of beetles. Quiet.
Like a nice blanket.
Like a blanket. And if I could
Anyway.
the two, I do it to Pietro too.
You could do it to both of us. Just cover us all up. Keep us warm at night.
I just jump up and hang out. Until morning.
Anywho.
And then I gotta roll, high or low to see which one of you I appear in bed with.
Anyway, right. So,
On the way back to the hotel, I'm like, "Where's
Matteo?
Matteo? Where'd he go?
yeah.
He just took off." Like, I was kind of wondering why they put your fire out. I said you guys have a party, and the party you just fucking took off. What's up with that? That's some bullshit.
Alfredo tells you when you catch up and says, "Where's Matteo? He left." And then
I
he
don't
never
know where
came
he
back.
is. Gee, I guess he's at the bar
then-
on a bender.
Because 20 minutes later, a guard turns up, tells us to put the fire out. And, well, I thought, okay, we're going to have to put the fire out. And Matteo's not been back yet.
Well, it's just a bust.
Did you?
Tonight's a bust. Matteo thought it was a bust. We're all just busted. I mean, clearly Pietro didn't find anything, and Nicolo's over there just sleeping it off. I mean, come on, Nicolo. You got to try.
Nicolo's just dead. No,
Right.
We went up to the bar.
Matteo, when do you reappear?
I wasn't kidding.
I swear to you,
So
like
when do
if
you
a bunch of
reappear?
beetles swarmed on top of me, like I would like kill as many of them in my sleep.
No. We do it quietly,
Oh.
very quietly, and
If it woke me up. If it didn't wake me up, I mean, I'd sleep.
The sunrise, it goes away anyway, right? It's magic. Doesn't.
Yeah. Sunrise. It just means that he's going to be sleeping on top of one of you.
Oh, yeah. Who's he sleeping on?
like
That's
okay, I won't do that. I'll walk out of the darkness after constituting, zipping up, my medieval fly, my Renaissance fly, and I'll break out this paper and say, I found this in Tomas's tent, and I'll hand it to Niccolo. Or not Niccolo, Pietro.
Pietro. It's too dark to read. You'd probably have to wait until next morning to have a look at it. And at that point, we will leave it there. I'm more than happy to stick around for a few more minutes, but that was, I have to say, the most bizarre session, which was brilliant. Just dreaming sky, blanket of beetles, just...
The beetle blanket will come back.
Not what...
It will return.
The blanket will come back, yeah. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed. That was utterly bizarre and enjoyable. Yes.
Yeah, well, we've been playing the Geeky Gamer podcast for the last 4 or 5 hours, or 3 hours, whatever, an amount of time. We do this every Thursday, exactly Thursday. 100%. We'll be back next Thursday for sure. Probably. Bye, y'all.